set now. Sorry, guys. All right.
And nobody left. Good.
Yeah, good thing all we did is, nobody left. All I did is do the recap anyway. So our parties, if you're watching, our party just picked up where they are going to try to locate the creature that is that has swallowed the hammer of the Forge Master Triton Delicos, so that they can fix Thassa's Biden. And in the famine or the drought that she is starting on the land out of her anger, that's where our party is at. They're on the bottom of the sea here in this local, right near the town of Neolanton, near a little cave where Delicos this hermit stays. So Rakira was just getting his bearings, his being this cat underwater and starting to take in the fish around him. And we were kind of taking in what everyone is doing.
Siren, let's race. Let's see what defensible position we can find. And let's see who's fastest.
Siren, I mean, I guess if he were to dash, he would go 80 feet because his normal swim speed is 40. So he can actually, and it actually would look like, the Iron Man suit that has the jets propulsing out the bottom. That's exactly what it would look like. So water would come in through the top and just shoot out through the bottom of his feet.
How fast can Doth move underwater?
I don't know. I turned myself into like a Triton version of myself. So whatever.
So whatever the Triton's 40 feet. So you can do 80 feet without dashing, or you are
no with dashing.
Oh, with dashing. Okay, so then you guys. So then you're both around.
Yeah, I can dash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watching the fish people.
So they kind of start to do this little dance. You guys want to give me? You guys want to test acrobatics with me, or maybe it's athletics? I'll let you choose whichever one you think is.
I would definitely do athletics. I mean, acrobatics. Acrobatics for me.
I'm just going to try and swim fast.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, basically, I think the Siren will try to swim up to the surface and swim down and like just swim around, just getting the bearings. Understood his first time being underwater, and then registering the aquatic life. Just analyzing, scanning, checking, analyzing, checking, scanning, and just
a perception check from Siren.
Recording.
DC 12. So
DC. I mean 7.
7. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean you don't hit what I was looking for, but it just means you see everything looks normal.
All right.
Normal is normal to you since you've never seen the ocean, right? So it does fit where you are this Triton that has never truly been a Triton. So you're kind of getting your bearings here in the water, maybe amazed by the fish you see and so forth. I imagine that Atreus is trying to maybe help you and point out certain fish and certain creatures, but none of them stand out to us, like in terms of what you look for to be dangerous, or anything stands out that looks odd.
So yeah, I guess swimming with Atreus, I'd be asking him for like basically fauna and floral and that type of information. I'm assuming that he would know.
He would know. Yes, for sure. I can.
Yeah, just downloading as much Triton information as we can.
Atreus is able to share. You also see a couple of like large, giant crabs that are kind of contesting each other at the bottom of the ocean there, and Atreus is able to share with you. He's kind of in awe and almost seems to be like wanting to swim up to the ruins and investigate them more. And what he's detected so far is that these ruins seem to be it could have been a lost settlement. It could be a temple in this area. It's definitely not the entire all of Olanton, the city that sank. He tells you the story. If you don't know, as you might not know, Siren, of this city that he doesn't know why, but Heliod got very angry with and struck the city down, and the city was cast into the ocean. And so you realize, like, this, as beautiful as it is, this is also in a weird way a kind of like a graveyard of a lost civilization. So there could be trinkets and treasures, if you're looking for that kind of stuff. Now, I know you were about to race Doth, so I don't know if you guys are committing to that or not.
So, yeah, I'll swim.
I think you beat me with I got a 9. So.
Oh yeah, I never got the numbers on those.
Yeah, and then mine was also a 9.
Nice.
Nice. So how would you guys describe just not being able to one each other? It's kind of like back and forth at the time that
Hey, we're both first time like fish in the water. I mean, I've never done this before. I'm sure he's kind of in the same boat. So
So yeah,
I'm
it's
just,
like
I'm just trying to like test this out because I've never swam in the ocean.
Yeah.
So.
And so if Doth was using like his strength and he's like going straight, Osiris would use his acrobatic and kind of swim like around and while going at the same speed.
Wow, kind of like showing off. I'll see these. You were standing there, and the waves kind of lapping against the rock that everyone kind of just leapt off of. The strong stature, almost like your cape flapping in the wind, and off in the distance, the old man Delicos kind of comes to the edge, looks out to you, and he goes, "Didn't go with your friends? Did you not trust my potion or the sea?"
I wear slightly heavy armor. It would be cumbersome to swim in. Plus,
You'll never take it off?
My ability to throw a spear.
I see. To each his own. Well, if you'd like me to bring you some tea or anything, let me know.
What was that, Doth?
Oh, you have a rope, right?
Yes.
What's Rakira and Calyx? What are you guys up to?
So Rakira is gonna kind of walk beside Calyx, and he's gonna put his hand on his head. He's like, Calyx, I have a really bad headache. Would you know anything about that? Hey, I'm busy. Go.
Yeah, Calyx is.
I'm busy going.
Yeah. Sorry, that was to my daughter.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry, she just looked at me with a cup in her mouth, and I'm like, "What are you even doing?" Okay, so yeah, I asked you why he thinks I have a headache.
Oh, did everybody freak?
It's. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh no, it's. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
I'm
can't
sorry,
really find an answer.
You know what,
I can't
Calyx?
hear you.
You're going in and out. You were now I can hear you, but before we couldn't
Okay.
hear anything you said. So maybe.
Oh, it's all good. He's like struggling to find an answer. He's like,
So then I'm gonna be
sorry.
like, yeah, Calyx. I'm gonna have my finger up like this. And I'm gonna be like, I love you, man, but don't ever do that again. And then I'm gonna just like swipe down with my finger, and I'm just gonna make a little cut just right here on the tip of your nose.
All right.
And that's it. I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder, and I'm gonna be like, let's go kill us a fish.
What did Calyx do
Now
to you?
you're the bait.
I am sorry. He's like fighting every vein in his body. He's just like forcing himself to apologize to Rakira and just, I am sorry.
And so I put both my hands on each of your shoulders. I still gave you a little cut right there, and I'll be like, never again. We're good. And I pat you on the shoulder. Let's go kill us a fish. You are now bait. Because I scratched you on the end of your nose.
Fair enough.
But I
deserve it. And he's gonna swim up.
Yeah. But I do tell you, I'm gonna stick with you though.
All right.
About 15 minutes has passed, and you guys have been in the water, and you're still making those noises and cascading them, Doth, or amplifying the sounds that sound like Rakira, almost like little sonars going off into the water. But nothing has shown up yet so far.
Sorry, Malcolm, were you gonna say anything else?
I was just saying nothing has transpired yet.
Okay.
So.
Can I'd like to hammer my sword against like a rock to see if I can get everybody swimming around's attention to come over to us.
Yeah. And there's nothing that says you can't, which I mean is really ridiculous. Is you can kind of talk to each other in the water. So yeah, which you were just doing. So yeah, but ding, you make a little, and everybody hears your sword banging against and a couple of the fish kind of flutter away from you or flutter past you. You realize with any moment you could like grab out and snatch one of these giant fish and just keep it for later. But
all right, so did everybody come around when I asked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Siren and Alcides. I mean, Siren and Kieran come down.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask. I'm like, did you guys see anything that looked like this fish?
I didn't see anything untowards.
Okay.
Nothing looked out of the normal, but this is my normal. So
anything to a passive perception of 14?
Who knows? So let's do this. Why don't you swimmers go out and circle us, the scout? I'm gonna stick with Calyx here and by the chum, and we're gonna wait here. If I see anything, I'll make the same noise again, and let's just see if we can see any sign of a big fish.
You know, this plan sounds like exactly what we're doing. I like it.
As you begin to commit to that, since Doth, I imagine you're still making these sounds, can you give me an Arcana check to see how effective that's being?
Sure. 17.
Okay. So we're here. You have everybody kind of. You said, "What? Can you describe that one more time? What you are doing? What everyone is doing in this perimeter?"
Oh, I just wanted to we were already kind of doing this, but I just wanted to get everybody organized in a way.
And so, what does that look like? Yeah, are you positioning people at different locations of this space?
Oh,
if you look at the table, is that where?
Sure.
I have you guys all kind of together waiting.
Here, let me switch over to that other screen. Okay. Well, either way. So what I'm gonna do is stick with Calyx in the middle where the chum is, and I was gonna ask everybody that's a good swimmer to kind of take a zone in the clockwise.
So yes. So looking at that,
do we have?
Right. So if it's me, Doth, and what's the other Triton's name?
Osiris?
No. Atreus.
Atreus, that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
So if Atreus was at the 4 o'clock position, Doth was at the 8 o'clock position, and Osiris was at the 12 o'clock position. That's a quadrant. or tri.
Yeah.
There.
Perfect.
And then if we're doing just a clockwise circle, hopefully one of us, and it'd be actually, you could probably go 80 feet, so 160 feet across from each other and create just that round.
So if I looked at it like this, you'd be swimming, of course, swimming here, not really on the bottom of the floor. You'd have Atreus at a 4 o'clock.
Sure.
And then Calyx, because that's you, Siren, at a 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Where would
oh no!
I put Doth at
use Calyx as bait.
Doth at 8 o'clock.
Doth at 8. So in my mind, I'm like, where is this? A 6? So right around here.
Yeah.
It's military time.
Yeah. And then you can imagine that our monk is down there as well, kind of looking around. And we got here's Calyx, and here is our Leon and Rakira. And I did paint your miniature. It's painted. I did print your miniature. Rakira's finally printed, but he's not painted. So my printer was down for a couple weeks. So we'll eventually get him on the board. So where are we going to put Rakira? Somewhere over here. And Calyx, how about you?
Hey guys, I'm going to switch over to the office. So
Okay.
I'm going to rejoin.
So it sounds like we're just making a perimeter and then just circling, right? To
Okay.
pick
We're
up.
not using Calyx as bait in the center, right?
Oh, of course not.
Okay.
It looks like you're using Shay's character, Jack Atlas, as bait.
Calyx wouldn't mind being used as bait because he's been praying to his god, hasn't really heard anything back, and is kind of like, all right, my god doesn't have my back anymore. I'm kind of on my own a little bit.
Yeah, Jack and Calyx were both in the middle. That would work.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I'm kind of disguised self as a wounded trident, and I still have the undead blood flowing from me.
So you guys are
But
just-
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to make it seem like regular blood.
Can I have an advantage perception check because of the way you've set this up? I think that this is a really smart plan, and it keeps it where you guys, everybody's eyes are peeled on what may be entering your perimeter, almost like an alarm. So advantage perception for everyone, and we'll take kind of whoever gets the highest if they can score above what I'm looking for. Maybe that. helps you.
14 for Osiren.
Okay.
Natural 20.
There it is.
24.
Nice.
5 with advantage.
And Atreus, I'll roll for Atreus.
You what's that you rolled? What a trading
For Atreus got a 15.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Doth is kind of on it, really focusing here. They're kind of swimming through the water. And what you notice, Doth, entering the space in your direction, kind of suddenly as you look out in the darkness coming towards you, out of the shadows at a pretty brisk speed, are some like what appear to be pretty decent sized reef sharks traveling in a small pack, and they don't look like they're coming to attack you necessarily, but they are coming into the area because of the chum and maybe the sound. They've been attracted, and they look like they're kind of veering off. They look like they're about to veer past you, and they look like they're kind of doing the same thing. Whereas you guys are going clockwise, they look like they're going counterclockwise, and maybe like perusing the perimeter themselves.
So what's perusing? I'm sorry, I just came.
Oh, like a set of 3 reef sharks.
Okay.
So you might see them down here or at the corner of the screen begin to enter the space.
Hey, Calix, how far away do you see those sharks over there? How far away do you think those are?
I don't see any sharks. I'm kind of on the other side. I'm not really seeing them. I
Yeah.
got 5 on it, but
Well, come over here. Do you have anything that can hit those sharks over there?
underwater, not really. I'm just kind of like, I'm holding the trident. I'm not really comfortable with it. So I'm kind of hiding behind my shield, but it's just like, this is the first time he's formed the trident, but he's just like, he's kind of not too confident in this fight. Especially
Doth doesn't do anything. They begin to swim past him.
I'd actually like to start combat with them.
Oh, okay. So like as one of them kind of like briskly moves by you, Doth just attacked it. I'm going to treat it as a surprise attack because the creature was not even worried, was kind of like looking and senses blindside, looking for the chum. One of the other sharks starts to chomp down, and then out of the darkness, you strike. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna do like 2 claw attacks and rip into it.
Nice. What I will say then here is everyone, it's 3 sharks, but we're still going to roll initiative. And Doth is going to get a surprise round. So Doth, you're going to get attack, a whole first attack round, and then you'll get your second attack round in the when going forward.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and look at what this.
While that's happening, I'm gonna see what Calix was talking about.
And since everybody was swimming, I'm going to move you about 30 feet clockwise to a different position. If you were swimming around.
And so then I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm just gonna really calm to be like, I know you know this already, but basics. And I'm gonna move his feet and his posture a little bit just to be in a little bit of a more relaxed, like I'm trying to increase your confidence a little bit more.
You're doing this to who? Who are you doing this to?
Calix.
Calix, okay.
Yeah, because he said he was really nervous and hiding behind his shield. So I wanted to look at his form and fix it so it's a little more proper. And then I was just going to stand like kind of back to back with him.
Hey.
Calix is going to kind of like stand up a little bit. And this is just a question. Would a flying speed work underwater?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't take your flying speed underwater. Just
Yeah.
Need wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wind.
Fair enough.
Calix, what'd you get?
22.
22. So now, and also we'll say time-wise when you're breathing, like as you're monitoring your breathing, because of this perimeters you set up, these creatures have showed up. It's about 30 minutes in to your hour. So you
Roll
said
a 17 if that matters.
Oh yes, it does, because you're still there unless you know if some reason we get you in the water, then you'll be there. 17. Siren?
19.
13.
Okay. I also want I want an advantage, and the reason I'm giving you advantage because instead of rolling for Atreus, there are 2 Tritons under the water. I'd like an insight check on just like how you all are feeling about the ocean. I meant to ask that for a while ago, so whatever you get us.
Both of us are kind of feeling kind of low because we got a 3 and a 6.
3 and a 6. Okay.
So both
you
of
don't
us,
know what it is, and maybe it just has something loosely to do with just you being underwater, for the first time. But the currents, the waters, they while there's a sense of wonder, Osiris, they also have a weird sense of dread or foreboding to you. Let's see. Cal, are you going to be playing Atreus? Bill, sounds like you are running.
Yeah, I'll do Atreus, and he's got a 7. I'm just using my character as a trident. So,
okay. Yep.
So he got a 7 for initiative.
Okay. All right. So I'll leave Atreus in then, and I'll let you run him. I think at least I got everybody. Doth, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
9. Okay. I put that in there, but I want to make sure like I didn't get that wrong. So Doth, go ahead and make your free. No, let me roll initiative for my guys. I think I messed up here. Hold on 1 second.
So Atreus is a paladin, right?
Atreus is a paladin.
Okay. I may ask for some advice.
That's fine. Yeah, you can ask us all or anyone who's played them.
I can help you if you need, but smiting and causing, the big thing with Atreus is causing distractions and smiting. Those are his 2 main things.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I also call those creatures, if it helps for the Tritons to understand, they're not quite reef sharks. They look like hunter sharks. And all my screens just went black. What's happening here? Okay, there we go. We're back. D&D Beyond, don't do this to me tonight.
Yeah, that program is really finicky.
It's been really finicky. I don't know if they're updating something. Like I felt like also earlier this year it was tried and true. It was pretty reliable, and lately it's been getting like it just literally just. I don't even know what's happened. I might have to do my initiative over. I know you all know your roles, so that's fine. Jeez. I've been rolling. I had to last night. I had to roll real dice because the dice roller was not working for me. Yep, not responding. Okay, Chrome's taking a shit on me. Give me a second here. Sorry, guys. Jeez Louise. No, buddy, go away. My dog is. Everybody, get out of here. All right, let's see. Okay, so I lost that. Okay, perfect. Okay, it is back, I think. All right, everybody's initiative is in. Oh, all right, Phil, forgive us. We'll take a quick break. Let me get this loaded up here. Doth, if you rolled at least your attacks.
Oh, you want me to?
If you want to speed things up, if you want to have your attacks and your damage ready for me, give me a second. I'm loading back up the combat. The good thing is I think now that D&D, even when it does do this, it does save everything you put in, so it should have saved the encounter when I get back there. It's just moving kind of slow.
So who's played a paladin before?
I have.
Alcides is currently a paladin.
Yeah.
So Alcides, do you want to play for? I mean, Atreus, Alcides, do you want to play for Atreus? Since I mean, there's a paladin up there and a paladin.
Especially since you're like sitting up there, not not in the fight.
Yeah, I can do that. How do I
makes
bring
sense.
up his character sheets?
If you go to the campaign menu, you should be able to click on it and
In D&D Beyond, go to collections and then choose my campaigns. Find the THEROS Fleecemayne Company campaign and click on it. Scroll down to the bottom and then find Atreus's character.
All right, got him.
Welcome to the game.
Wow, he does not know how to build a paladin.
He's overall good at everything, but
awesome.
Damn.
hey.
That's the thing about a paladin is you don't need to put anything into your other stats for saving throws wise, because once you hit level 6 and get your charisma aura, it buffs up all your saving throws.
We'll be sure to let Benji know.
Sorry, I'm still working here. It's almost there. I'm just like gonna get it. I have to edit.
I got bored. I built Atreus as a cleric, and just like, and honestly, it's a great character that I built. It's like it feels like if a Triton was a class. And like it has that healing, but it also has so. If
I also think he forgot to take a long rest before we got here.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, make sure he has a long rest. Everything should be up. He should be full strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't make changes to his sheet, but yeah, he's like used up most of the spell slots, not wearing his armor. A lot of things.
he has a 16 on it, I think, because he has plate +1.
He has a breastplate, which gives a 15 plus his dexterity modifier up to +2, which he has a +1, so that'll be 16. Then plus his shield will be
18.
19.
19.
Wait, no, 18.
18.
Yeah, 15 plus 1 plus 2.
Well, I know he's got the shield spell, so he could always up it if he wanted to.
He doesn't have the shield spell.
Really?
Does he?
I do.
No, he has Shield of Faith, which is a buff, so he can
That's what I was thinking.
plus
Yeah.
2.
For +2 HP. Yeah. So Malcolm, for my surprise attack roll, I rolled like 2 1s. Basically, like
Oh shoot! So those are both, yeah. So they kind of
sort
dodge.
of like
Actually, you should have got advantage, right? Because you were surprised. So that was you get with both attacks, or was that with your advantage? Just kind of.
I rolled 2 1s. So
Okay.
if you want, I can roll 2 other attacks, or one other attack.
I thought you have 2 attacks every turn.
I do. Swipe.
So I swipe, which means that you would get advantage on both of those, right? So you should get four rolls of 4 d20 rolls, is what I'm thinking, because I'm giving you advantage on both strikes. Yeah.
Here you go.
Also, I realized Atreus could have been talking to these fish to be like, "Hey, can you go lure that other one here?"
Sorry, I am manually putting in my this because I'm not going to have to be able to roll dice and move as quickly as I do tonight because of the way D&D Beyond is being. I'm about to damn near go to pen and paper in a minute.
Can we roll persuasion on these sharks to convince them to attack the big fish for us?
And then I do need to get your initiatives again. So Atreus got a what again? Do you remember what his initiative was?
Atreus was a 7 on initiative.
7 on initiative. Alcides was what again?
17.
17.
Oh, 17.
Okay. Calyx was
22.
22. Always high,
Definitely.
Calyx. Nice. Doth was 7? No.
9.
9.
9.
9. All right. Jack Island 0. Siren?
Oh, Siren was 13.
13. Okay. And then Rakira?
19.
19. Nice, Rakira. And then okay. Okay. So as this is happening, both of those. So did you get that second attack?
Yeah, I
What'd
hit
you get?
AC 27 for
Oh,
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. So that first one you strike into gets hit for how many points?
12.
12. Ooh. So you're hitting this with your maul underwater or
No, claws.
claws? So as you
Shape
slice this
change.
thing with the claws, it takes 12 points of damage, and you damn near like split the fish open with oh actually no, it's actually looking at the wrong thing. Looking at one of the regular fish. You do a pretty nasty strike on it. As the it pushes by you, and a trail of dark red enters the water as the creature takes a slash. As the creature that sends the rest of them into a bit of a frenzy where they start to see Doth, they see the threat, and we start at Calyx.
How far am I away from them?
If you see yourself here, Calyx, here in the water, 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20. So, and depending for you, that's probably moving at a difficult, at a much slower
Got
rate.
15 feet of movement. I'm going to
Yep.
move 15 feet closer to him.
Yep.
And then I'm going to... The one that's hurt.
Yep. The
I'm
one
gonna cast
that's pretty much this one that Dolph just struck.
Yep. Is that within 20 feet?
It is.
All right. I'm going to cast Hex on that one.
Hey.
And then I'm going to attack with the trident and throw it at him.
Okay.
So 13 to hit.
13 to hit the Hunter Shark. It does hit.
Okay, there you go. All right, so that's going to deal 6 plus, so 12 points of damage.
All right. So another 12. So it gets hit again. Yeah, it's kind of
Throwing that spear with
wiggles. The spear is jammed into the side, like towards the back. Its tail is writhing as it's kind of stabbed in, and it's looking pretty hurt. It's looking like this is a regular shark, really. And so from the combination of both Doth and you right now, this fish could be dead in any moment now. We then move to Alcides, which I imagine is kind of upstairs staring at the water, which we would then move to the Hunter Shark, who is the most damaged. Unless there was like, skip anything that you were going to do, Calyx, bonus action wise or anything else?
I already used my bonus action by
Okay,
doing my
yeah.
second attack, so I'm just going to just attempt to wail at the water in front of me. It just feels weird not making 2 attacks.
Yeah, I think in any situation like this with a creature this hurt, actually, I'm going to roll for its morale. 1 through 10, just really normal 1 through 10. It's going to run 11 through 20. It's going to stay and fight. So this one, trying to fight or flight, it tries to move away, kind of, because it's almost like Doth cut it, and you both hit it as it was swimming by. And so it continues to try to go and veer off. So Doth, if you do want your opportunity of attack, you do get it as the creature tries to escape.
That would be 23.
3.
He grabs his tail.
You do. So,
Get back in the ring.
go ahead and give me the damage on that strike. Those claws.
Yeah. That would be 9.
9.
Could I summon my trident back for my second attack?
Say that again.
It's normally an action to summon it back, but could I summon my trident back just instead of taking the attack?
It's got to be an action then, just like normal. Because I mean, otherwise it's going to make your action economy pretty nasty.
Fair enough.
and you're fighting underwater for the first time. So yeah.
Just kind of like, I'll look to right here, like just gesturing at my lost weapon now. That's in the side of the fish.
I'll look into Calyx and I'll nod. I'll be running in to help him.
Doth
Is it a hex weapon?
Yeah.
So you can just summon it on your next round.
Yeah, but then I'm wasting my whole turn.
Ah, okay. Right.
Yeah.
We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Doth, it's actually your actual turn now. So you're getting a lot of strikes in here. So that.
All right. Slash twice again.
Yep.
First one for 21.
Yep, gonna hit. And now that you guys have hit these things a couple times, the AC is 12. So on the sharks.
Let's do it.
Yep. Probably going to kill it. It's not looking good as he grabs the tail and starts clawing into this thing.
12. 21.
All right, how do you finish it off?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like spear my fingers through kind of like the base of its tail, like right above where its fin is, pull it backwards while like raking my hand underneath it with my other claw. Just basically just sort of shred it open from from underneath it as it goes by.
Nice.
Or chum.
More.
Yeah, it's serious chum in the water now.
Now it's like it's getting kind of smoky in there. Doth, is that in your turn? Do you want to move anywhere? Are you good?
I think, where are the other sharks?
Shark here.
Relationship.
Right, and they're literally right. You're like right in the middle of them.
I think, yeah, I'd pull back to like sort of burn some of their movement if they go again. Hopefully, I've got their attention at this point.
So you mean like you say pull back, like move back a little bit? Is that what you're saying?
If I'm looking at the screen to the southwest quadrant, yeah, back towards those rocks.
Oh, okay. South.
Just try and pull them this way. Yeah.
Got it. So let's put you there. All right. Atreus, if somebody wants to. Oh, so Alcides, James, if you want to use Atreus.
Oh, let's see. Atreus is right there.
Right there. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll cast a Sacred Flame on the one directly in front.
Right there. Yep. That's a Wisdom save, right?
That's a Dex save.
Dex save. Okay.
Toll of the Dead is the Wisdom save.
This creature's gonna fail. Give me the full damage.
That'll be 2d8. That'll be 10 radiant damage.
Takes it. So this like blast, like some of the gill's skin blows off this thing. Looks a bit weakened. More chum in the water. Still alive though. Still fighting.
And since Doth seems to be the one in immediate danger, cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action.
Okay. Some of these fish are starting to scatter. All right. If that ends for Atreus, Osiren, you're up. And I have
Osiren will swim up above so he's above them and looking down. So he's probably 60 feet above the ground so that you can see the whole thing from the top view.
Okay.
And then on the one that's damaged, he will cast Frostbite. So on the Frostbite, it's a Constitution save of 14.
All right, con save. On which one? The one that's damaged.
The one that just got damaged by the bolt.
Hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll be floating directly above them. So like if you put that stand between the two of them.
Okay, so how far did you move?
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay. That gets you right about there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then to the right, I will cast the Frostbite on the other one.
Con save. Got a 10, which I know is a fail. So give me
The
the
fail,
damage.
so it is 9 points of damage, and they have disadvantage on the next attack.
My turn get skipped.
So yeah, I thrust my hand at him, and frost
Let me see.
appears all around his skin and cracks and causes blood.
Oh, you're
ooze out.
19, right, Rakira?
Mm-hmm.
The Debian switched and moved you to a 2. So I'll put you back. So it just bumped you back.
All right. Do you want to get me there for this turn then?
No, I'll give you your turn back. I don't know why am I hearing. Oh, that's why. Okay. Combat sounds. Oh yeah, which is they were okay. So then, so right after, well, I'll let him finish going, and then we can go right back to you, Rakira.
Yeah. Sorry, Bill.
No. Good call.
Oh, that was it.
I did put you in as 19, and it's it's real. Debian is being finicky, but it's corrected now. Yep.
First.
Yeah, I just waved my hand out there. A stream of water changed, crystallized, and hit the shark, and around it, frostbite hit and ruptured the skin out of it, causing 9 points of damage. And now it's woozy, and it'll have disadvantage on whatever attacks next.
But yeah, so that's like exactly what you described. As the creature takes that 9 points damage, looking pretty weak. All right, Siren, if you are done,
That's it for me. Yeah.
then we move to the one that's hurt. And unlike, let's see, I'm gonna give this one a little bit higher chance of beating. Okay, that's actually, so this one will swim directly towards Atreus and will attack. So it just comes in for a frenzy bite. Atreus does have all his hit points, correct? At the moment. Okay, so 15. Does that hit Atreus's armor? I think it probably doesn't as a paladin. He's got the shield and everything.
Yeah, he's at 18 right now.
Yep. So the creature will miss. Then I'm supposed to go back to Rakira. Rakira, sorry.
I wouldn't have left Calix's side.
Okay, so then that puts you. Well, remember you were swimming in a circle.
Oh, I was telling the swimmers to go in the circle, and I wanted to stick with Calix.
I see. Okay, so then you would have been in the center then here.
Yeah, that's where I would have been. So
Okay.
I would run up with Calix first. Could I reach? I think there's like.
No, you'd be right alongside Calix. You and him swimming at a very kind of a slow pace because you don't have a swim speed.
Wait.
I don't think unless you're Leon. I don't recall the Leonin having a swim speed. So
They
yeah.
don't. No.
So it's like it's almost like you're just moving in difficult terrain.
Yeah. First time underwater, boys.
Now you can dash and go a full 30. You just won't get an attack.
Yeah, I get you. Would a firebolt work underwater?
Rules wise, yes, it's magic. Doesn't make sense, absolutely not. But nothing.
It's so hot that it like
it's so hot it like kind of boils
it's
the
more
water.
like scalding water than fire.
It
Like
makes
that's
sense. But I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
have to
make a big
like
bubble and then
to
it
kind of
collapse
theme
onto
it.
me.
Yeah,
You just separate the water into the hydrogen and the oxygen, ignite the hydrogen, and let the oxygen burn. It's
Oh,
really
You know
exactly.
what? You know what? That sounds really easy. I'm gonna invent something
that
to use
sounds.
that.
That sounds like work.
No,
it's still
you know what?
fireball. That's
So
how
go ahead
it
and
works.
go ahead and cast your fireball.
No, actually, I'm gonna shoot my crossbow because a fireball doesn't make sense. Crossbow.
I mean, you're a humanoid lion man, and then there's another guy next to you floating in the water who's made of metal and is swimming around. So nothing makes sense. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
Fireball.
Well, hold on. So here's a good question, I think. Now, if I do the fireball, I get one attack, right?
Yes.
But if I do my crossbow, do I still get one attack because it's a ranged attack?
So
Well,
you
because
would get
the crossbow has the loading property.
Yeah.
Loading property.
Unless you're an
So-
expert, right? You need to be an
Yes.
expert in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Great, thanks, guys. Okay, yeah. So fireball it out, and I'm gonna shoot him with some scalding water.
All right.
Let's do that.
Got it. Go for it.
The look of
Are
surprise.
you going
on
at the
Kira's
one?
face.
I imagine you're going at the one right in front of you, right?
Yes.
This one has. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now I'm feeling a little protective over Calyx because I did make him our bait. Oh, well, I got a 24 to hit.
Definitely hit.
And the
Sure.
surprise on Rykira's face when fire works underwater.
Alex is just really confused, just looking at the cat who's harnessing fire, and it's just like, it's working.
13 damage.
13, we'll take it. All
That's
right.
I'm a magic slinger, boys.
Anything else?
He's a wizard, bro.
No, I'm done.
All right. So that would have been Rakira going back down to the kind of the normal chain. If I'm not mistaken, then that would leave the last shark to swim forward and strike Calyx.
Hellish rebuke.
Went from a 17 to a 3, so that's for 9. And
No,
getting,
does not hit me.
Getting
just
nothing.
shrug it. I just bop it with my shield. Just like, nope. And
All
he's
right.
gonna point to Rykira and be like, I understand now.
Nice.
Nice. That was our first turn. Back at the top. Rakira, you are up. I mean, not Rakira, I'm sorry. Calyx, then Rakira.
I'm gonna swim over to the fish that had my trident in it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I reach it, or
You will not. That's
okay?
Oh no, the one that died. I'm sorry. So that one was,
Yeah, the one that died.
You would get the opportunity of attack though.
Oh,
Because you're moving. This fish has you and Rakira in combat. So because Doth killed it right around here, about 15 spaces away. So 3 spaces would get you there, so you can grab it. But I do get the opportunity to attack.
Why don't you wait? We'll go together, and I'll take the attack. You grab the trident.
I'm gonna summon the trident, and then toss it to Rykira.
Use your free action, give it to Rakira?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have a +1 trident?
Sweet.
Yeah.
So suddenly the trident like lights up, disappears and appears back in your hand. You hand it over to the cat as the jaw, like the jowls of this shark are trying to get an attack in. Let's see here as we move from then Rakira, you're up.
I'm going to attack the shark that tried to attack Cal with the trident. Oh. I got a 10 to hit.
That will just miss. That's all you need, a 12.
I'm gonna try again though.
Okay, that you can do.
Ooh, this time I got an 18 to hit.
18 definitely is.
Which dice is a trident?
D6.
Thank you.
I think it's D8.
I thought it was a
If
D8.
you're holding it with 2 hands.
I have my shield.
Oh, so you're not holding it with 2 hands.
Single hand.
D6. Yeah.
Okay.
D6.
Kind of like how a longsword is a D8 and then a D10 if you two-handed.
Hold it 2-handed.
13 damage.
13. Another really nasty, like, we almost sushi sliced this thing. Not looking good for these creatures.
Can I do a daunting roar too?
Yes. Through the bubbles in the
wisdom
water.
saving throw. 40. Yeah, it's like it would. I can picture it. It'd be like this infra sound. There's a pulsing, like echo-ish. It's just boom.
The creature got a 14.
The DC is 14.
So it's a meet it, beat it. So the creature is able to fight through it.
Okay.
This is a nasty. This is a pretty ferocious set of sharks who, are staying here. They realize they saw what happened. Maybe they were able to understand. And Buddy ran, and that didn't get him anywhere. So they're like, maybe they have to fight their way out of this. Let's see. Does that end your turn, Rakira? Otherwise, then we move to Alcides and pass Alcides to one of the 2 Doth.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Doth, you're up.
Oh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, sorry, you're muted.
He
I
also
do the
looks like
same
he's
thing as
eating.
before. The first hit is 19.
19
Yeah, that's why I was muted.
will hit. Ahead and give me. Yep, go and give me damage.
Mhm.
And you are attacking this one right here. Yep. Okay.
11.
Whew. This creature's, shaved a huge opening in its side as it tries to swim around you and come back around. Even though I know we're all in these weird positions, I imagine the water, there's more of like a dance as you all kind of move within the spaces that you're floating around in. That creature is knocking on death's door, close to being sent back to the sea, to Thassa.
Can I make a perception check just to keep an eye on what's going on around me? Because I'm really hoping to use this whole thing as bait for whatever it is we're actually looking for.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Is a grand total of 15.
You just hit it. 15 reveals to you, Doth, is like as you're fighting, you get the sense, like as you're looking around, as many of the less menacing fish have started to clear the area, that this area is prime now with the blood in the water, the scent in the water. Whatever's out there would probably, would come here. I would say that you have a feeling that as you look out deep in the water, you kind of see the perimeter, a large fish kind of circling, and your instincts tell you that between 2 or 3, I'd say between 12 and 24 seconds, this thing is gonna probably move in. You have about that much time before it moves in.
Okay.
And you see it like off behind the kind of like right as outskirting the ruins there, and it's moving like very slowly, kind of like coming in and turning, about to come towards where you're at.
As a free action, I'll shout to everyone, "Hey, everyone, look over here!" And I'll point to that general area.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Move from Doth, Atreus. He's right here fighting this shark.
Yep, just use the scimitar and make 2 attacks.
Got it.
Yeah, 13 plus.
Hits.
Ooh. I think it's only 13 plus 3. No, plus 4. So, scimitar is a d6. For 6 damage.
6 is exactly the amount of life he has. How does Atreus kill the shark off?
Just kind of, since he's adept to the water, just kind of swimming around it, slicing it.
Yep, just it's like little chunks of fish meat floating in the water, like perfectly sliced when he's done.
Akira's gonna grab a chunk and
And then, since I have 30 feet of movement, I'm going to swim towards the other shark because I still got another melee attack left.
Jack's in the middle, just like punching regular fish as they get close to the center.
Will be great for my shop.
Would I be able to make it to the other shark in 30 feet?
Yeah, because you have a swim speed, so yes.
Yep.
Where you're going to the other shark, yes, you would get you there.
So roll to hit this shark as well. That'll be 12 plus 4, so that'll be 16.
16 hits the shark.
Then for 3 slashing damage.
Atreus delivers another blow. You guys are kind of controlling and commanding this area of the ocean. Okay, if Atreus is done, Osiris.
I will swim down towards the rock
Okay.
there, next to, is that Rakira? Up on the rock?
Next to Jack.
Oh, next to Jack. I'll do that. And then I will shoot out to the large fish. I'm assuming it's within 120 feet, if we can see it.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Right.
It's like the large fish.
Yeah,
Yes,
the big one
is moving in. It's right at about 100 feet coming in. Absolutely.
I will fire off a guiding bolt.
It's about like 80 feet. So guiding bolt, go for it.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on. Does a 15 hit?
Give me a second here. It does.
Excellent. So a beam of light will come out and it will sprinkle him with dust, and he will take 13 points of damage when he's gone.
What kind of damage?
13 points of radiant damage.
Got it. And it kind of lights it up, boom. And when you hear that boom, everybody looks up, and anyone who could not see the creature now sees it, kind of moving in, gets a better view of it.
And would Alcides have seen that from the shore?
No. Not at this low. I can't see you being able to see. The water's not super clear. It's kind of overhead, so it's not like the sun is shining in.
So around that large fish, there's a bunch of glittering light. So whoever attacks it next will have advantage.
Oh. So whoever will attack it, gets advantage on it.
I gotta take a picture of this fish for my son. When he gets closer, I'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I screenshot stuff all the time. Pin it, screenshot it. You get like a great view of it.
Nice.
Okay. Does the siren blast the creature in the distance? Boom. It starts to swim a bit faster. As we move from Osiren, we then go to the creature. So it will push in. Swim speed. Okay, yeah. So I said it was about 80 feet away. So it moves in, and it's so if it was 80 from where you are here, yeah, then that means it's about 30 feet away. Once it moves all the way in, so I'm going to end up putting it. It's regular swim. About here. About 30 feet away.
That's delightful.
He's so cute.
Looks a little nibbly.
I love it.
Took me forever to find the right fish too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would have loved. I'd love to see the other choices.
Rejected fish.
Yeah.
So this thing is just kind of messy, and you notice it has as it's coming out of the darkness and all the chum flow in the water. I will say the we need to treat the water as slightly obscured, like you're finding a dark dungeon. But you can tell that it's like its frontal area. It's almost like it's armored pretty well for a fish. Other than that, almost has a slight exoskeleton to the front of its frame, unlike the average soft like the sharks. But you did strike it, so definitely not that thick. And then it's not within range of actually doing any damage unless it rushes, but it doesn't move any faster than that. It stays where it's at. Then we move to the last hunter shark, and that one will try to strike Rakira.
Bring it on.
For 14.
Miss.
Miss. All right. I can't hit nothing tonight.
You're fighting with regular sharks against.
Oh, of course. I'm not worried about it.
Borderline superheroes.
But it's also with every now and then. What's funny is I either like roll like sounds like even our game last night. Some games are just it's like all the rolls are like 8-7, 8-6, and then or it's like 18, 19, 20. You know. All right. So if I didn't miss anybody, back up at the top here, Calyx.
Calyx is gonna look at Rakir. Mind if I take that back for a sec?
I'm gonna toss it back to you immediately, and then I'm gonna pull up my.
And then is there a fish right in front of me or a shark?
There's a shark right in front of you.
Yeah, he's gonna take 2 attacks with his trident. That's gonna be 26 to hit.
Is this both hands as he kind of goes pushing through the water?
This is just the one hand, so it's
the one hand. Okay.
Yep. One hand coming in, kind of. It's floating in the air. He grabs it, and just goes to stab. So that's gonna be 9 damage, and then 27 to hit.
Hits.
That's gonna be 6 damage.
Okay. Wait, did you say 9 damage? Oh, so 15 damage total. Got it.
15 damage total, yeah. And he's just gonna go, thank you.
How do you kill it? Yeah.
Just kind of grabbing it through the air and just piercing right down and just giving a subtle nod to Rakira. Just, thank you. And just pulling it out.
The body like bellies up and starts to kind of just float upside down away from you. You move anywhere? You stay your ground?
I'm gonna move towards the bigger fish and cast and move my hex to it. Using my bonus action.
Okay, so then the hex will go over to the big fish. Creature there. This creature has moved. Okay. Rakira.
All right, can I reach it?
This could be a big dinner for you later. You guys be eating this thing.
That's the only reason why Calyx is going towards it. He doesn't even know if it's the actual fish. He's just like, all right, Rakira, help me here. I need to help him back. I need to get him some dinner.
It's like it's this massive like fish dinner, right? But I want it. I need it in my life. So can I reach it normally?
I'll allow you to move over difficult terrain since you're swimming. So like this doesn't bury you, but 5, 10, 15, you'll know you won't quite get there. Plus it's up at an angle, so it's like 5, 10, 15, you're like going at an angle. So if you were going towards it, you'd be on a little stand, like right here.
Okay. So I'm
almost there, but not quite. Unless you got you would need like another 15-foot reach to hit this thing.
So let me see. How can I? Oh, okay. As a bonus action, I wanted to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay, on the creature.
So how would that affect me here in the water?
Read what it does. I'm terrible with spells.
This spell allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast the spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until this spell ends, you can take the dash action.
Oh, it allows you to move. Are you allowing you to take the dash action as a bonus action, essentially?
Pretty much. So basically, I use up my action this turn, use up a spell slot, and on my other turns, as a bonus action,
you can just dash. So that means from now on, you'll move like 30 feet in the water.
That's right.
Going forward.
So I'll be like that's fine. Twice as fast, basically.
Okay. Makes sense.
I'm gonna cast that spell for right now, but I'm just gonna stick with Calyx.
Okay.
You actually get the dash action as a bonus action. It says when you cast the spell, and then as a bonus action.
Got it. So that means you use it now.
He can dash now.
So dash now. That's what. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Whole turn, isn't it?
No, because you're using it as a bonus action to get the extra to dash. Now you can attack because you're now close enough to the creature.
Is there any way I can move around to the side of it and not straight up face to face?
I get 30 feet to move from where you're when you casted that spot.
Oh, from the spot you moved. I mean, from the spot you cast it. Got it. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So yeah, you want to get it from the side?
Yes, I do. And then I will start my attack with my scimitar.
Okay.
That's 12 to hit on my first attack.
You get advantage.
Thank you, sir. So now it's a 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Nice, thank you, sir. Hold on 1 second. D6, yes. That's 11 damage.
11.
Do I get advantage on my second attack as well?
What gave you that advantage?
The guiding bolt, I think it's just the next attack roll. You get attack only on that first attack roll.
Okay. Just wanted to see how far I can stretch my wings.
Hey, you still have a bunch of inspiration.
This is true.
Actually, yeah. What's the rollover, Malcolm?
What's that?
What's the rollover of inspiration for Iconoclast from episode to episode?
Because you don't get piety, you're able to have up.
You're able to stack them. Yeah, you're able to stack them. So I set up to 5.
5. Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Cool. Yeah.
At this attack, I'm not going to need it because I just rolled a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. I love this D6, man. I just rolled a 13 damage.
13. It'll take it. So you're slicing into the side of the creature.
Whew, thanks for that, for the help, guys. That's my turn.
All right. Kira wailing into this thing. Alcides looking into the water side. You start to see that the clouds are getting kind of dark, and then slowly it starts to kind of rain. And you hear a little distant, like kind of like thunder. Wind is almost out of nowhere. As you kind of like, okay, like strange, as the sky is changing. But then nothing happens other than that. Is there anything else you want to do, Alcides? Otherwise, I move to Doth.
Yep, nothing for Alcides. Just if the water gets too choppy, then he'll probably jump in there to warn them that is happening.
Okay.
He's also keeping track of the time up there.
Yep, because right now I have it at 3 turns. Okay. Because we were at when you start this battle, this fight, it was at 30 minutes. Okay, so in the water, right? So still plenty of time to get things completed. We move to Doth.
I'll go ahead and cast a guiding bolt at it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that guiding bolt attack. That will hit.
Oop. Yes.
How much damage?
I'm still waiting. Yeah. 15.
15.
And the next attack has advantage.
Okay. So whoever's next attack gets that advantage. As we move from Doth. Doth. Oh, yeah. That was you shot that from. Yep. And then, so then the Atreus.
Is that guy still within 30 feet of swimming at a diagonal?
He's got 40 feet. He should have 40 feet, I think.
I mean, his movement is only 30. If his swim speed is different, then yeah.
Unless the Fathomist feature has a 40 feet movement speed and swim.
Yeah, actually, Tritons don't have that. It's the strangest thing ever, but Tritons don't have it in Theros for some reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
They don't have what?
They don't have the 40-foot swim speed.
Oh, so it's
That's
30?
that Osiren has. They just swim normal 30. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how badass Osiren is.
That's what being a robot gets you.
Yeah. That extra turbojet.
Oh yeah.
They actually don't. So if you look in the book, I don't think they even have a swim speed. I actually just rule it that they have their normal movement as swim speed because they don't even have that. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but yeah.
Yeah, swimming 30 feet. Yeah.
They do. They have swimming 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay, then that makes sense. Okay. For somebody was telling me that they looked and they were like, they don't have. I was like, I swear they have the swim. They at least have a swim speed of 30.
Yeah, it just doesn't display. You actually have to click on the movement, then it shows it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't show it anywhere
Got
else,
it.
like under features and stuff.
So what you want him to move up 30 feet?
Yep, towards the fishy.
So at an angle, I think that gets him there. Yeah.
Cool. So take that first melee attack with advantage.
Okay.
That'll be a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
And I'll put a level 1 smite into that. Atreus doesn't smite enough.
It just does not smite.
Let's see. That'll be 1d6 and 2d8. Where are my d8s? There they are. That'll be 7 for the radiant damage and then 2 for the slashing.
Takes it. Slowly whittling away as each of these slashes are going into the creature, breaking some of the carpus that's on the outside of it. You're just starting to see some of the blood smoke the water, but it is still got some beat, some vigor in it. As Atreus finishes that, Osiren, you are up.
You'll cast another guiding bolt on him.
Okay.
I was gonna do the second attack.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
That'll be another dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
And this will just be a regular slash for 4 damage.
Okay. Yep. Take it.
And that's all.
All right. As Atreus is finishing up his fight, the siren guiding bolt goes flying out.
Is he within 60 feet of Osiren? I was on the rock.
You're on the rock. Oh, you must fall. Yeah, then absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, I'll shoot out the last 24, so that should hit. And that did a good 16 points of damage. So another blast of radiant light comes out of Siren and then blast in front of its face. And then as a bonus action, I will cast the Tentacles of the Deep and summon it right next to it, and it'll wrap around it. And then it will attack the tentacles with the 17.
Okay.
We should wrap around it, and ice will form around it, causing 4 points of damage on top of that.
Ooh,
And
man.
its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Guys are wrecking this thing. All right. So it's taking all that damage. He immediately launches back, trying to wriggle between you, between Atreus and Rakira. It will go to bite Atreus since he's just right in front of his mouth. That'll be 28 on that hit on Atreus, which I know hits for.
That's a lot of dice.
Just
It was
listing
like
that amount of
one.
dice not
For
being
eight-
rolled by a paladin is a little
Yeah.
concerning.
For 18 piercing damage.
Cool.
And as it bites him, it lets him go. And then, all kind of moving this dance, it moves around and lashes out with another attack to bite at Rakira. All right. 18? No, does that hit you, Rakira?
No,
Oh,
does not.
it does not? All right. Second
You're a
attack.
beefy boy.
Man. So no hit on the second bite. You're able to move right out of the way where Atreus was like right there after hitting it, could not get out, get there. Some of
I think
Atreus'
he's just,
blood
like,
smoking the water.
Going behind my shield. And
Yeah. Blocking off the giant creature. Can you give me an advantaged in nature for actually it would be can Alcides for Atreus give me an advantage nature check?
Cool. One moment while I go to the skills. Nature.
And then if that's done, I think we move to the top of the 4th round. So it's been 4 rounds so
17.
far. Okay, so Atreus is fighting this creature, and he realizes it is a type of a fish, that is almost prehistoric to the world of Theros. One of the first kinds of carnivorous beasts. The Dunkleosteus is what it would call itself, or what you might know it as. Other than that, I mean, just to kind of, since he's another, fish, knowing what you're fighting, it's essentially just a giant prehistoric version of a shark with a more nasty bite. Just the jowls on the thing. You notice it doesn't have like a bunch of serrated teeth like sharks where it bites down and they start to fall out. Instead, it just has plates on its jaws. It's just literally like trap jaw from
More of a beak.
Yeah, it's like a beak, and that thing just kind of severs. If you get a good bite, it could just like sever you in half. So that's just out of what you know there. We're at the top of the round. Calyx.
All right. How far am I away from the fishy? It's a little fishy.
10, 15. Without the 30, because Rakira got there in the 30, so because it's like 3 up. It's 3 over and 3 up, right?
Yeah.
So you could get to the bottom area, which would not be able to attack.
All right. I get to the bottom area and I have my trident.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw my Hexblade's curse on there.
Okay.
On top of my hex, and then roll to attack. 22. Is that gonna hit?
That will hit.
Just throwing my trident up in kind of a smoky spiral, and just piercing the belly.
Nice. It does hit. Go ahead, give me damage.
16 damage.
Oh, 16. Got it. So that's a nasty strike now where it's almost like those belly strikes are just where the water starts to smoke as the creature is kind of swimming by, coming back around for another go. Looking her, because I imagine no creature is just going to stay there and but I imagine it swims away, but you all kind of stay around it as it's moving. And yeah, it's that trident is just jammed into its stomach, and if it could scream, it would.
I'm gonna scream to Rakira, jam it deeper.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, that it's looking really hurt. They moved to Rakira.
I'm just gonna go for another attack.
Okay.
It's a 9 to hit for the first attack. And then it's a 15
9 will miss on the first one. 15 will strike on the second hit.
It's a 13 damage.
Cuts it right into the side of one of the gills as you're like jamming it in there. A bunch of kind of stuff is coming out of this thing. As Rakira can just, it probably smells wonderful, but the thing is writhing and moving as he's kind of like riding its back. It is close. It is bloody, full on bloody here. And is there?
Use my action to stick my hand inside of it to look for whatever we're looking for.
You do, but it's not. You don't get anything there from there. You're like digging around, but you're not able to grab anything.
He's still gonna try.
Alcides is standing there on the waters, and the waters start kind of crashing against the rock harder, and then suddenly the rain is getting heavier. And then you all are starting to feel like the current's kind of moving you, sometimes helping you, sometimes, but you kind of feel like the force, like something is happening. And Alcides, you kind of see in the distance kind of like large enough, like a tidal wave kind of rising up and pushing towards you.
Oof, yeah, he's gonna down his potion and dive in.
So he's like, F this. Is he keeping the armor on?
Yeah,
Okay, so guys, how he's gonna be fighting on the bottom of the ocean.
because he needs to sink fast in order
He'll
to tell
accelerate
about
pretty
this
fast to
tidal
the
wave
bottom.
coming.
Correct.
Yeah. So he's gonna spend his turn sinking as he goes down through the water. We then move to Doc.
I'm just gonna go ahead and firebolt the fish.
We have some roasted options.
AC 19.
Yep, hits.
Good rolls happening tonight.
Oh yeah.
14 points damage.
14. How do you kill it, Doc?
Oh,
Firebolt into the mouth explodes.
yeah. I think like I try to be a little more tactical about it. I'd wait till like turns to go somewhere, so it like opens up the back of its fin and exposes its gill or something like that. And
the gill that Rakira just raked open, and then the fireball goes in there, boom, and then just boom, and as
Put the head off.
the head just floats.
Kind of like flushing a cherry bomb down a toilet.
I'm gonna kind of give Doth an annoyed look and then point to my hand because his like weapon, my hand was in there and the weapon right in through. And I was like, "Come on, man, careful with that thing." But good job.
So you guys have
see if you can feel a hammer in there.
Yeah, so I'll dig my hand straight back in there.
So there's like a huge chunks of this thing open, and so Rakira is clawing his way, digging around inside the creature. Can I give an investigation check from Rakira?
Yeah.
Can Atreus help since he's right there with him?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a natural 20.
All right.
So with the natural 20, you do it in half the time that I think it would take. So digging around, it takes you like another full minute, which that fight was okay. Just kind of digging around inside the creature. You pull out the gut, like the bell, what would be the belly. You've eaten many a fish, you filleted many before, so you find this big sack and you tear into it. Stuff is just floating all in the water, so it's just grizzle, and it's not the beautiful like scene that we see here anymore in this murky water. And I think it even reduces, like, you know, just in some of your dark vision down to like 30 feet as you pull that belly out and you slice through it, and nothing. There's fish bones. You even find a humanoid, like looks like it could have been an old sailor. You can't tell if it's male, female, whatever.
Any like gold and riches besides
But there's nothing in it. What you do discover though, is a helmet. And it kind of, you look at it and it kind of looks like more like a hoplite, kind of like what Alcide wears, but more like the Roman, where it's kind of fully exposed. It doesn't have the chin guards at all. It just kind of comes here. It used to have a crest. You probably used to have frills. They're gone now. But you do notice it has a symbol on the top. It's a reddish color. At first you think it's like rusted, but you realize it's almost like caked in a reddish hue. And the symbol on it looks like a bull. With any kind of time looking over it, you do recognize it, Rakira, to be the symbol of Mogus.
So I have this helmet, and do I have the sack of the hammer in my hand?
No, the hammer that you're looking for?
Yes.
There is no hammer.
Oh, it's just the helmet?
There's just the helmet.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna start swimming that.
This may not be the beast.
Yeah, but I know that our potion's wearing out, so I want to go up and at least like plan ahead, see what we're.
We've still got what, at least 45 minutes.
Do we? Are we? I thought
No,
we
the,
were-
the attack happened at 30 minutes, so you just spent the minutes like 31, a little over 30. Yeah, you're like at 30 minutes and some seconds.
Oh, okay. All right. I lost track of time then. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So then,
So-
I am gonna look at the helmet, and then I'm gonna look at all of you and just show it to you guys and be like, I don't. Can I look at it and see if I recognize anything on it?
Of the helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah. You recognize the Mogus symbol. That's what I share with you. So as you so far, that's what you know. It looks like a helmet someone who used to wear was dedicated to Mogus, who is the the god of war, the god of bloodshed and violence. And Rakira, for you, I think it would also kind of triggering in a way that it makes you think something about the Omicidio clan, that's made up of humanoids, minotaurs, different those who are in this cult of bloodshed. They are typically worshippers or honors of Mogus as well. So I don't know if what that means, what you would do with this helmet. Right now, you don't, otherwise looking at it, you don't know if it has any magical properties, you don't know if it does anything. Maybe if you
Siren,
keep it does something. Yeah.
A siren will swim down to him and inspect it, and with his magical eyes, he will detect magic with it and see if he understands if it's magical and what type of school it comes from.
Okay. Is he using detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as you detect the magic on it, and it's not identify, right? It's just detect.
It just tells you what school of magic. So if it was had like a helmet of harm, it'd be evocation. It'd be like,
yeah,
be able to tell what type of magic it is.
It is magical. It has some kind of property that is one of evocation. And can I get an arcane check from you?
Yep.
Arcana.
18.
All right. And so what you realize is that it might take some, it looks like it is a magical helmet, and that whoever keeps it to take on its property will need to wear it to attune to it.
So, I called Doth over, because he's my local magic guy that I know. And said, hey, this is a magical helmet. It seems to have, properties that will either inspire or cause damage or do something.
As it's a helmet of Mogus, chances are likely it enrages whoever wears it.
That's not for me, so I hand it back to Rakira.
Dare you put it on?
Excuse me?
You put it on.
What do you guys think we should do with this? We were looking for a hammer.
Well, unless you want to fly into an uncontrolled frenzy, having witnessed such a thing myself, I'd save it for an emergency, possibly. Even then.
Well, we don't know what this does. And
hey, feel free to experiment, but I'm just warning you. That's what I know of Mogus and raging minotaurs.
Galax, unless anyone says otherwise, he's gonna grab the helmet, maybe take off his mask, and just put it on and see what happens. Unless anyone says otherwise.
I'm gonna just take it right off his head right away. And be like, let's not do that with you. I like you the way you are right now.
Sure about that?
And you're still bleeding. Anyway.
He's gonna wipe his nose. He's like, how?
So I'm gonna be looking at it, and I'm just gonna be flexing my claws, just looking at it.
I think, I believe I can stay underwater a long time. and I know time is running out for these potions that you all have taken. We should explore the ruins here. There's a chance that the serpent, even though it caught the hammer or the serpent was out there, it is possible that the hammer came down and maybe among the ruins here versus it being swallowed by a creature.
It's a great idea. Let's. I still have my expedience for retreat, so I can move a bit. I can take a look too. Let's just take a look with the time we have remaining, and then see what we can find.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to. Well, let's see. I've got 0 on investigation. I'd be happy to swim up top, 60 feet above these ruins, and just keep watch. I can swim around here relatively fast, and I'll keep watch in case something else comes, and I'll raise
Sounds
alarm.
perfect.
And no one was above to see it, but that tidal wave would have smashed. And you, after this fight, you probably would have felt the water shift with everyone
I guess
down. Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to use my investigation to try and figure out how a hammer, if it fell from the nearest point where a guy would be dropping it into the water, might go based on the tides that we're currently experiencing.
Okay. So maybe everyone who is doing some sort of this, give me an investigation check.
Alex might summon a hammer that looks like it.
LCD's just walking on the bottom of the
See if he can
ocean.
help Doth. He'll summon a hammer, and so he can like test the aerodynamics or something like that. Just give
I've
it a
already
roll.
got one.
Well, I got a 17.
Well, I got one that looks just like it, or from what I think it looks like.
Cheap Calyx knockoffs.
Yeah, it just throws a little bit differently than it should.
Alcides, does Atreus have a good investigation check?
Let me check. I'm pretty sure all his things are like just at a +1 for the most part.
I actually have a +3, but I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5 too.
You're a modifier. So 1.
And how are you
I'll
guys?
listen-
How are
nope,
you?
He's got a +4 to investigation, so I'll roll that for him. 3 + 4, so no, that's a 7.
Yes.
I got a
We are.
17.
We're not finding anything.
Awesome.
Siren got a 17.
17.
It's all the blood in the water. It's really
Yeah,
sweet.
it's all the
Yeah.
blood and the murky. Because of all that, can I also get a disadvantaged perception check from everyone?
From everybody?
Or-
Yes.
Shoot.
12 on the dot.
9. Not too bad.
Aww. Would have been a nat 20, but 13 plus let's see, perception, so 14. And
14.
for Osiren,
So anybody higher than a 14 so far? No. Okay.
What did Atreus get?
an 11 plus whatever his modifier is. I'm going back to his character sheet.
It's either going to be a 14 or less than 14.
Less than 14. And who got the lowest roll there?
I think me with a 9.
9. So as everyone is kind of searching, you're not turning up anything, kind of like digging through the ruins so far. Alex, tell me where you're looking or what you're doing.
He's just kind of going to be like throwing this hammer that he thinks looks like his forging hammer, and just kind of like following it and like maybe doing it towards the ruins, just kind of throwing it. And he's not good at this. He rolled a 1 for his investigation, so looking around, so he's not doing good. But he's just kind of wandering blindly, almost.
We need to get Calyx on a leash.
So suddenly, like as he's
You need to
throwing
get
it,
another Calyx to control the Calyx.
boom, he's like throwing his hammer in the dark, and then some of the in front of you, some of the murkiness of the water is starting to clear up, and you throw it, and then is it when you're throwing the hammer and it comes back to you? Like, is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just like throwing the hammer. It's like landing on the ground.
And then you're going over and picking it up.
Yeah.
And then you throw it, and ding, and then you kind of walk over on the water and pick it up. And then when you throw it, this next time, you don't hear a little bump or anything. And then out of nowhere, you realize it's like really dark in front of you. And you're like, why is it that dark? And then suddenly you realize that there are jowls. Like, it's kind of like the fish you just saw, but twice as big, as it comes in for a 23 and just and bites down on you.
23. I'm still holding on to Hex. So first, before I figured that out, 23. Yeah. So 13 would cover the con save, or would cover the Constitution, but 23 definitely hits.
Yeah. So you'll take.
Hellish rebuke. Hellish rebuke.
I don't want a Hellish rebuke. That's not the best way to spend my damage.
Really?
30. Ooh.
You may want to do it.
Wait, what was it to hit?
You take 46 points of.
Hold on, what was it? Wait,
piercing
hold on,
damage.
Malcolm. What was it? was it less than 22?
No, it was over 20. The hit was 23.
Yeah, so that was north of 43.
Yes.
Calyx
Yeah.
is down.
Actually, I'd like to use my reaction to throw a shield.
You can't throw a shield at me, or
I can't. Because it was such a surprise the way it hits him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like you turned on the before.
So is he
You
swallowed?
can still throw the shield, and he is. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna decide if you either swallow, or
Okay.
if you are, or if it like chomped the body damn near. I mean, you'd be.
Crushed.
I'd be split in half.
Or you just be crushed.
Yeah.
Depends
So
on the-
yeah, it kind of like crushed you, and then like when it went to bite again, your body kind of floated between the teeth, and it chomped. It chomped down again. So you are grappled, but you are not swallowed.
Okay, all right. But I took like 46 damage.
Yeah, pretty nasty stuff. As roll initiative for everyone as the real creature enters the fray. We will take a 5-minute break here.
7.
Do you have a creature? I mean, do you have an actual?
Oh, of course, yes. Let me put it
Okay, awesome. Awesome.
Who are you talking to?
I saw
Do you know
it. Okay,
who
I
he
saw it on the Instagram. I'm like, that doesn't look the same size.
Nice. Nice.
That doesn't look the same size as the big one. Yeah, so Calyx's trident itself is just gone. Now it's just a gold body flailing.
Holy crap.
Hey, I made good bait.
Yeah, he made great bait. I feel really bad now.
So we'll come back and finalize the. Still similar fish, but just bigger.
Much bigger.
Wait. I didn't have a chance to share that. Like, was people able to notice that stabbing the belly did more damage?
I think for the most
Dang,
part.
I didn't notice that.
Okay.
Because
I
I hit
was
pretty
like-
hard. I thought it was almost dead anyway. But let's go for the belly. I mean, I was going for the side.
I'll be right back.
Would someone like to take over for Atreus?
Sure. I got nothing else to do.
Just because I have the character sheet on my phone and it's
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
beyond being weird.
Yeah. that makes sense.
So he's only used 2 first level spells and he's only taken 18 damage, so he's at 31 hit points.
Yeah, I was looking at Atreus. I made pretty much a cleric version of Atreus that I feel like would be more what he plays like. So it was 2 level 1 spell slots.
Yep.
And how much HP?
31 left.
31. Okay.
Yep.
So I got a question just from mechanic wise. If I were to throw an entangle spell on this thing, looking at the size that it is, like would the seaweed just rush up and just hold that by itself and not cause other people to be entangled because it looks like it's more than 20 feet
It
bigger.
probably cause difficult terrain for sure.
But
Yeah.
my thing is, would the entangle just hold that thing by itself and everybody could hit it?
If the DM is being very generous, yes.
Creature in the area.
Well, it looks like it's like 40, 50 feet long, and I don't know how wide it is. And I think
It's
entangle
not
20 by 20.
entangle. You have to like anyone in the area, anyone in the 20-foot square within range. But it's anybody. You don't get to specify which creatures.
So if I were to do 20-foot by 20-foot entangle in the middle of the body, because it's not, and that leaves the ends open.
You could,
Right.
But anyone who goes near it would.
No, but it's like 40 feet long. So if I put the entangle in the middle of it and it grabs up and holds it in the middle, then you'd be able to come up to it in the front or come up to the back and just wail on it and not be entangled.
You're thinking 2-dimensionally. Think 3-dimensionally. Entangle it from like the face on.
The 20-foot cube.
Okay.
I don't know, like turn it so it's longer and gets the whole thing.
Ah, that would be
Center it on
cool.
its head. Yeah.
It's just 20 foot all just going straight up.
Maybe you can say that like you can cast it and hold on to it like you're trying to reel it in or something. That kind of makes sense.
Oh, that'd be
right?
cool.
Alcides does got his rope.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So someone want to mage hand the rope around it.
Try and restrain it that way.
Yeah, because Alcides doesn't have that much movement. He can swim because he is wearing medium armor.
Oh.
Like, so there's no disadvantage for swimming, but wearing a full chest plate and helmet, arm plates, and shin guards.
Do you think between the two of us we could restrain it?
I think we got it.
Okay. Then I'll get on the other side of the rope if you'd like. Delay my action or whatever.
Let's do this. And if I can count the rope as an improvised weapon, I can smite it.
Do the Garrett maneuver.
Because you can smite with improvised weapons.
Yes, we know because we dropped a pillar on a scorpion, right?
I know.
Yep.
That's great.
I just love how it was just instant. Just
I was actually shocked that I rolled so because it's basically a bunch of D10s. So plus its attack.
Well, I was like in my head, I was like, oh, he said 20.
Yeah,
and
it was like,
but I was thinking of my
it's pretty nasty.
Of another character of an Eldritch Knight that I was playing that has shield, and I'm like, I can get my armor class up to 30. I'm good. If I cast shield, I'm just like, wait. And then I was like, wait, it's 22. It's the highest I could get it.
Mm-hmm.
Not because Calix has not accepted Doth's gift yet. Because he's too stubborn.
This might be a quick way back to a Phoenix tonight. I don't know.
Oh no.
I kind of want to create a paladin brawler now that just runs around like picking shit up and smiting with it.
just smiting in the middle of a bar brawl, like
pick up a chair, smite with the bar stool.
Everything just turns.
Malcolm,
like
I do have my backup character ready, so you know.
I hear you. I will have to roll new initiatives for all these. I need to restroom too, real quick. It's everybody's.
You'd have to get a ring of kapow. It like does an illusion where it writes out a big kapow or whatever.
That's great. But yeah, I do have my backup character ready. So, yeah, it's a Phoenix worshiper, but actually got tricked by Phoenix. So kind of the opposite of. So.
Don't worry, we'll carry out your wishes and bring that boat to Asphodel.
Oh, don't worry, I've got an idea. Or like, so far, my backup character is like someone who was a worshiper of Phoenix, and then someone sold his soul to Phoenix. So he kind of was like, he's so his friend is out there, but he sold his soul to get out of the, I haven't fully thought it out, but anyways, doesn't like Phoenix, but does stuff for him. A Warlock Rogue, but with the ability to cast Bless and Healing Word and heal. So I was like, Calyx doesn't help too much. So I kind of wanted to make that, and Rogue, you can do some damage.
Yeah, we don't have a dedicated healer. We all just got some spot healing.
Yeah. So more healing isn't too bad. I'm not sacrificing that much. I wanted 3 levels of Warlock for Mage Armor at will, just because I want to walk into a place with no armor, no weapons, and just summon stuff. And then you also get the healing and 2 second level spell slots on a short rest.
Yeah. Plus 3 levels of Warlock paired with a Paladin also works great. That way you can use Charisma for everything, including your
only
weapon.
Hexblade, so actually just 1 level Warlock works. But it has to be a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, but the improved pack weapon still makes it a +1 magical weapon.
True.
So,
But if you get a +1 magical weapon anytime, you can transform your pack weapon or your hex weapon into that.
Yeah.
So
Pick a fighter with one-handed weapon. It's a fighting style.
oh yeah.
Yep. Dueling +2
I want
2 damage. So that's what, like +8 or +10, right?
How many of you have
Total
taken any damage at all?
Atreus has.
Damage.
Oh, well, of course you, Jack. I mean, Calyx. So Osiris took a little. Okay.
Oh, no damage. No
Atreus took
damage.
some, right? Okay, no damage. So the rest of you, I don't think have been touched except for maybe Atreus.
Yeah, Atreus got touched. He's got 31 hit points left.
Got it.
I'll be running him. So
All right. Let's roll initiative as we get back. Sorry, it's probably gonna be a whole it's a combat episode today. But this is a big one. This is for Thassa's Bite It.
15.
15 for
11 for Atreus.
What 11 for Atreus?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, just say
15
one
for
Calyx.
Alcides. And yeah, Calyx will just be the bottom of the.
Yeah.
12 for Osiris.
It was so funny as that move when I only gave you different because the murkiness was gonna build up from all the death, and I was like, you guys always roll so high on perception checks. I was like, there's still almost no way this creature gets a sneak attack. But no one beat a 14, and that thing just came in and just like chomped the shit out of it. Oh man, no one beat.
I also like how you put it to the person who got the lowest perception.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was real. Like, I'm not mad about that at all. Like, that's for one, rolling a natural 1 on an investigation check. I'm like, I should be punished for this, and not even be good at investigating it in the slightest.
Osiris, what you got?
12.
12, okay. And Rakira.
7.
7. Cat is surprised by the bigger fish that has entered.
I'm just so full.
Like, who killed my baby?
And Doth, what did you get?
I got a 6. I'm still recovering from.
Yeah.
Crap! I was too late.
So, wow, it looks like. Not as you guys don't have to jump on this creature as much as the last one. Now I got a 12. Oh yeah. So this makes sense. Osiris, you and the creature matched. So I think you have your dex. I think your initiative. What's your initiative?
My initiative's +2.
Yeah, so you're higher. I'm gonna put you over it. Yep. Okay. So you'll go first. So Alcides and Alcirian, after seeing this surprise from the creature, it is a new round, so the creature does get to attack this turn as it's surprised and bit shit out of Calyx. Alcides, you are up.
Well, I already had a rope tied to my spear, so I'm gonna kind of throw my spear over it and then try grab it, having the rope be around it.
Got it. Now, this being the water, I'm not saying because it's Theros. More heroic things can be done like this in the water, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage on that. If you're trying to lasso, you're really trying to lasso this thing in the water. I imagine maybe you're trying to do it while it swims through, or jam the spear in and like kind of grapple onto it. but I still think it would be a disadvantage to hit it or for it to work.
I am good with a spear.
Okay.
Damn it! That's another nat 20 ruined by disadvantage. That's 13 plus 6, be 19 to hit.
19. That will as you throw your spear with all your strength and the power of Erois like pushing your muscles through. The spear actually fires out of your hand like a rocket, pushes through the water, and then it goes over and slams into the back of the plate of the thing. It goes boom, and just bounces off.
I mean, I wasn't trying to hit the fish. I was trying to throw the spear over it and then catch the spear on the other side.
So even if you would, so at this, so then you're trying to give me, the number I was looking for was 20. So I'm gonna say that even if you cast it over, the creature is, because essentially you're throwing a spear over a fish that's swimming in the water. It's just gonna go over and the fish is gonna swim through. It's not gonna like circle around, right? It's not gonna catch it. And so what I thought you were doing is trying to spear it so that at least it would be hooked by the rope, which is why. So I think both of them would be. I don't think you would hit. That wouldn't hit because my DC would have been 20. So.
Is it floating out there far enough that I can grab it on my turn?
Yeah. So what I will say, yeah, I'll give you that success. That it's on that side. If Doth wants to try to grab it and use it that way, then yeah, I'll make that exception to it. So it's kind of like a half pass for Doth to maybe capitalize on it.
The great thing about it having armored plates, that's more places the rope can kind of hook into.
Okay. Siren, you're up.
Already?
And I'll say these, I have you. Yeah, literally, there's a lot of, nobody rolled. It's literally 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 15. So yeah, we're all like really low initiative from this order.
So I'm trying to, where am I?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one I still have you on the rock here.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm there. Okay, good,
Yep.
good. So that's within 90 feet of me.
Yep.
So what I'm going to try and do is try to do. I mean, does it look massively strong?
I'll say this: if the other creature looked like a baby version of this, and it took you almost a minute to take it out. This creature's resistance looks a lot higher.
I'm gonna try this anyways. I want to do a entangle spell.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get a 20-foot by 20-foot cube in the center of his body to hold him in place.
Okay. What do I need to save for entangle?
So like the seaweed would go from the bottom of the floor and reach up and try to entangle it and pull it down to the bottom of the sea floor.
Okay.
So the 14.
And it's a deck save?
Strength save. That's
Strength save.
Yeah.
That might be better for it.
Yeah.
24.
Wow. Okay, so yeah. So the seaweed comes up, grabs it, and it just swims right through it.
Yeah, it's kind of swim, and it doesn't like it just keeps swimming as you start to see that like all that seaweed and stuff just starts getting pulled away.
That's one slot burned up. So I might as well use my bonus action and sew up another tentacle of the deep.
Okay.
So let me hit another one of those. And he will do an attack. Oh shit. So that's a 6, so that misses, but now there's a tentacle up around him. So see if I can like move it on the next turn. And that's it for me.
Okay.
Is Calyx like gone, dead?
He's down, and he's
He's
in the
down.
creature's mouth.
Okay, so he's got 3 saves, right?
Yes.
All right.
Probably soon to be 1.
Yeah, but remember, you can't use anything that doesn't target undead.
And you
No, but
see,
can I do spare the dying?
No, that doesn't work. Spare the dying doesn't.
why won't it work?
It says in the spell.
Oh,
Oh, it's a living creature.
Oh yeah. Wait.
No,
Oh
it's-
because he's
It
undead.
doesn't,
Doesn't
have
work
any
on
effect
undead or
on
Doesn't
conjured.
work on-
Oh, that sucks for you.
And unfortunately, it's the creature's turn, and it just shakes Calix's body, and a bunch of like blackish, smokish blood, and it lets the body go. Doesn't have any interest as he begins to float out of the creature's mouth. But
Because I know it tastes too good.
He automatic. Yeah, it's like it's almost like that. Like the creature's like, "What is this? That it's in? This is not food." I mean, as it spits Calix out, you are auto 2 fails on
Auto 2 fails.
death saves. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I still need to attack you, but it's if I can nat 1. So yes, let me at least.
Well, do you have a plus 16 to hit?
No, yeah, I could miss. I could clearly fail, but I have advantage because I have you like literally grappled. Yeah.
No, you should have triple advantage, frankly.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest here.
Yeah, first roll, I'm gonna hit you. So instead of even dishing out damage, I'm just gonna so you just take the 2 fails, and then it lets him go.
Well, you
And
do
then
roll damage because if you roll high enough, you kill me.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna DM it this way just because
Okay.
I probably would kill you. Like,
Fair
I mean,
enough.
well,
You
do
have
I
to
have to
roll
roll?
above
I
a
have to roll.
23. I think.
His
I
hit
want to give you. I want
into the
there to be
negative.
some hope in this
Yeah,
moment
thank you.
here, but I'm gonna. roll
Wait, could
against
Jack
that.
Atlas run over and bring me up a little bit, or?
Yeah. If somebody heals you, that's fine. I mean, You want me to roll for? You want me to give it full? You want to
Please.
play it? Okay, let's play ball. Let's say it's ball. It does bite
You gotta
you.
roll.
38.
38. Okay, so that doesn't outright kill me.
Okay,
but
so
that gives me.
So it gives you your 2 auto fails. The creature it only gets just one massive bite that it does, but it then continues to swim about 40 feet, so about here. And it's gonna, as it does that, its gills start shooting out this like black ink that it drops right here. Actually, it kind of swims over this area. So it's going to drop it there. I have to move it over to make this work a little bit. So Calix is partially in it. Atreus is not. I kind of wanted, but I was trying to send it a little bit over, but it's at least those 2. Actually, yeah, it's just, I'm just going to send it there. So it's like just black, murky cloud, and it works just like darkness. It's just black, so disadvantage attacks anything inside of it as the creature swims through it. Atreus is up.
Okay. Would Atreus go to save Calix? I don't think so, if I'm being honest.
You could do that. I know he has like a wall of water. Does work underwater, and that could try clear the murk, or one of the other spells like wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far am I away from the fish?
Atreus is close, only about 15 feet. He's kind of floating, so I'd say.
Oh yeah, he can swim.
Third, about 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay. 30 feet. I'm gonna like try and run up, like swim up below, and just like he saw Calix stab him in the belly, and just kind of go and try and like stab his sword in for his first attack.
Striking from the belly, you said, right?
Yep, from the belly with a scimitar.
He also rolled a dirty 20 on the nature check for that.
But now remember, when he moves in, the creature's inside the fog. So when he moves in, he has disadvantage because it's darkness. The creature's inside the
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think a 13 is gonna hit either way.
No, it does not.
Yep, okay. And then for my second attack. So 17 or 17.
That does not hit.
17 does not
Aiming
hit.
for the belly does not hit. Yeah.
Okay, so he's just trying to like slash against his belly, and is he like missing, or is it just too hard to hit?
It's just where he's at under the stomach, he's raking against like a thin layer of like bone, like carcass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Atreus is gonna swing. He's like, this one's a little bit more tough. And then for spells, who's the closest?
Everybody's so you're Osiren, Calix is down here. I've got Alcides here, Rakira over on the rock there, and Doth is still here, kind of from the last. I know we're all like not kind of where you were last time, but for sake of
he's gonna cast Shield of Faith. Wait, is he already concentrating on Shield of Faith?
Yeah, on me, I think.
On
Yeah.
Dolph.
Okay, never mind.
wait,
never
when
mind.
wasn't Shield of Faith cast the last?
Yeah, but it's a 10-minute.
10 minutes. Got it. So got it. Okay.
Okay, never mind. That's it.
All right. So then we move to. So literally just got one creature, so it's really gonna be the rest of you guys get your attacks. It's Rakira. Rakira, you're right over here where you were sifting through the dirt looking for stuff.
I wanted to bonus action dash and then move. So would I be able to hit it like his tail area outside of the murkiness?
Oh, also, I will say, between this battle and the last, I forgot to share. I was moving in real time, so that conversation was about 5 minutes. So that 5 minutes was tacked on. But so if your spell would have anything that would have dropped in 5 minutes is gone. You still got plenty of time for your air. And some of your perception checks kept you guys from being close to the 57-minute mark while you're fighting this thing. So you got plenty of air, but between that fight there was about 5 minutes on the clock.
Cool. I got 5 more minutes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So you move your 30 feet. Moving 30 feet towards this thing. 5.
Yeah,
yep, that gets you there.
I wanted to stay outside that murky zone, but still hit it in the fleshy part.
Are you shooting at it then?
No, I'm trying to hit it with my scimitar.
You gotta get it. If you don't got reach, you gotta get in that murk.
Okay.
It's hard to do in my, because these are actual toys here, but the creature's really swimming in the middle of the murk. Like it shoots it out. Oh, see? That's the thing about ninjas. You have to break it.
I had to ask just to see if I can.
Yeah, but it's shooting stuff out, so it's like at the center of the murk. So if you gotta hit it, you kind of gotta get inside.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit it on the inside then.
So you do get.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Now, where are you hitting the creature at? Where are you striking for? Because you're. I mean, actually, what's funny? I won't ask you that because you can't really see the creature. You're going in blind. So, yep. What do you mean?
Okay. I'm still debating in my head if I'm doing the best thing for the group, but yeah, I want to try and hit it. So I get disadvantage.
You do. It's like fighting in pitch black. Like imagine like a octopus squidding. This isn't just chum in the water. This is like inky black substance in your eyes. It's really hard to see.
I got.
It's like darkness, but not magical. So it's like
Oh, okay. I got a 24 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
My first roll was a natural 20.
Shoot. Okay, then you do hit the creature, and you will get your natural 20 damage.
Oh, will I? Even though that one, it was with disadvantage.
Oh, it was a disadvantage. No, so you hit 24 on the second attack. The lowest roll still got you to 24, so it will not be.
I got a 16 on the second roll.
Sorry, I'm tripping.
No, cool.
That's still okay. Got you. Yeah. And is your weapon magical?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
It is.
Who also just remind me has magical weapons? Anybody else? Okay, Calix and Doth. Okay.
Alcides has the magical spear, but he's saving that to give to Aronia, so he doesn't actually wield it.
Okay.
10 damage.
10.
And then I'm gonna go ahead with my second attack.
Okay.
Ooh, 10 is for my disadvantage. So I'm sure that misses. Was I able to make it here with just my bonus action, my dash?
Just with your bonus action dash. Oh, with the dash, yeah.
Okay.
So you do get your full attacks if you got more than one attack.
Oh, my second attack missed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, second attack missed.
Yeah. So then now I'm trying to see if I can disengage.
And you feel like So you feel like you stabbed and you broke through like a piece in the carpet, and just to show like how strong it is, and it went through and it came up. So you can tell that every strike is gonna take a lot to get in there. You got lucky in the dark.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see like what the premise of my disengage is, so I don't get the opportunity attack.
Probably wouldn't be able to disengage after using your bonus. Well,
okay.
You're disengaged. You have to use an action to disengage, unless you got some kind of special ability, and that's probably going to be a bonus action. So you're probably done.
Yeah, I'm probably done. Yeah, I think you're right then. All right.
Yeah.
Until I'm gonna find it for the next time I want to try and use it.
For sure. If it's something that you need to retcon, like you find it and it's legal, I will. Oh, I'll always.
Yeah. Just go ahead.
Doc,
I'm cool
you are up.
All right. In that case, yes, Domine. Like clang against my shield and do Toll the Dead at Calyx. Now, normally this would do necrotic damage to people, but seeing as Calyx undead.
Well, no, you guys figured out last time that doesn't necessarily do it. And the necrotic damage wouldn't help.
I thought we used it to heal you last time.
No,
that was
used,
what.
Jack Atlas's Hand of Healing, because that works on
Yeah.
undead.
The necrotics, he still gets hurt by necrotic damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to do that if that. Yeah.
You can still do it on the fish. It's taking at least.
Do it on the
some
fish, yeah.
damage.
Do it on the fish, please.
Sounds good.
Is it a con save or
Wisdom 12.
Wisdom 12? Okay, definitely not a very high. Not a lot of wisdom on this thing. It's just very piece. That's gonna fail. It's a 7. as the thing starts to get hit and take some magical damage.
Total of 9.
9. All right. Creature takes the damage. You actually, because you are casting it into the darkness, you can't really see the creature. Don't you need to be able to see the creature?
Let me see.
What I'll give you, since I don't want to steal it away from you, what I will do is give the creature advantage.
Yeah, you put one creature you can see within range, so if I can't see it, then no.
Yeah, you can't really see it. So actually, I won't. I'll have to. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
Okay. Well, it's.
But you can change total. You can do something else because you were going to do that total dead to try to save Calyx. So is there something else you want to do?
Grab the rope.
Yeah, grab the rope.
Okay. So going to get the rope. Once you get the rope with your free action, what are you trying to do with it? Maybe this is a heroic.
You can go ahead and like a dash and basically just do a swim around it and sort of move the rope around.
So that probably gets you just inside the darkness where you're holding this rope. You're hoping you can like land it and connect it to this creature. I
was gonna grab it and swim with it around the creature, then back down to my position.
Got it, but I don't think you. So here's the thing with your swim speed, because you're not one. You're one of those that moves like in difficult terrain, right? So you would have got
30 Triton. He's a Triton, so he's 30.
Yeah.
Oh, because he turned into a Triton. Got it. Okay, so he's 3. So he's going 30. So 15, 30, and he's trying to go. So if you dash, then you swoop around the creature to the other side.
Okay, that's the plan.
Okay, that's the plan. All right, what I'll do is I'll give you a heroic moment here where, why don't you give me fully explain to me what the goal is, so that I can kind of like picture it in my mind.
I believe our goal was to try and restrain / locate the creature. Restrain being our priority, but having it, being able to see it since it's in the darkness.
So if you tie the rope to it, where's the other rope? Where's the other end of the rope tied?
LCDs has it.
Got it. Okay, just making sure.
So then we're basically going to try and like tighten it.
Yeah. Okay, so in one check in 6, I mean, I know all of this is really happening. You're swimming quickly, you're whipping around. You've got to give me a pretty decent, good. It's a bit of strength and acrobatics, but I'm gonna call it acrobatics check because the way this creature is slow, so it's it kind of moves slow. So you're pretty nimble. So you're wrapping yourself around it and tying this rope. Give me acrobatics.
Total of 21.
21. All right. So you get a good knot and you're able to wrap it around and hook it onto the, you're able to get the rope hooked in between some of the plating, putting you until you let go, like right on, on top of the creature, Doth, as you're tying it down. And you can always release. And now in Alcides, you feel that rope secure. Hopefully you have the strength to fight against this thing to hold it, or unless you're going to put it on something else that's on the ground there on the sea floor. That did work. It is a success. Awesome. We then move to, unless there's anything else you can do, Doth, I'll move to Calyx to make the death save. This is the death save. Like, this could be
this is the death save. Could we say after this death save that Jack Atlas comes over to attempt to stabilize me, or?
Absolutely. Jack Atlas would be there. So yes.
Could we say after, just to ramp up the tension?
I like it after to ramp up the tension.
All right. Come on. 16.
All right.
Makes it.
So Jack, it would make sense for Jack to spend his turn making his way over. Go ahead and take pull up the cure wounds and then roll roll a cure wounds, I guess, for Jack. You could do a Jack Calyx if you want.
Yeah. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it, but that's the end of my turn.
Okay. That ends the first turn. Essentially 6 turns underwater, but with 5 minutes tacked on. We go back up to the top. Alcides.
All right. So as a bonus action, I'm going to channel my divinity for the Peerless Athlete. I gain advantage on athletics and acrobatics. I can carry, push, drag, and lift. That number is doubled. And then distance of a long jump is increased by 10 feet. Okay. Last one doesn't really matter, but the advantage on athletics and doubling my carrying capacity is pretty solid for what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So yep, I'm just gonna try drag it down.
Okay. And so what increases so what you're arguing is that also increases your strength. To pull this thing down to the ocean.
Pull strength, right?
Okay.
So let's see the amount I can. Let's see. So my push, drag, or lift, which I think pull would fall under there, would be 960 pounds.
Okay. So with the gods' help, I will give you advantage on I will treat this as a same thing as a grapple check, like your strength against your athletics against its athletics. Yep. Because of the spell and the way it's working, I'm going to give you advantage.
Oh, I mean, I already get advantage on all athletics.
You already get advantage on that. So you got advantage on it, then I'll give the creature disadvantage. Ooh. Creature's still pretty strong, so let's see what we get here.
That'll be a 16 plus 6, so that'll be 22.
All right, I will fail. So you pulling the creature towards you.
Yep.
So as Doth stays up there, is yanked, the creature is pulled out of the smoke. I imagine that you pull it. Are you reeling it in, or are you walking backwards?
A bit of both.
So it slams down the ground here, tail whipping and the dust being kicked up. As it does hit the ocean floor there a bit, where you have a little bit of a and you're holding it, and it's wrapped like around its midsection. Means it's still, if you're giving it some space, it still can, it can still move, it can still come around, it can still attack you, but you have it grappled. And I will say, fairly every turn, just like a grapple, it can try to break free. And every turn, if it uses its turn to break free, it doesn't get to bite to make this fair. But what it will do is it will test against you. You guys will have to have another strength test.
Cool.
Cool. Siren, you're up.
I will swim
Out of the darkness, I take it.
out of the darkness over towards him.
Uh-huh.
And when I am
Just tell me where you want me to place you.
10 feet above him,
Uh-huh.
I am going to cast down upon him a thunder wave right on top of his head, trying to knock the shit out of him.
Right.
That's gonna be loud underwater.
Well, it'll just be a massive wave coming from me going boom. Actually,
Yeah,
well,
that's
it'll
gonna
be a
hurt.
cube. So it'll go completely 15 feet all the way around me, going out, boom. But the idea is to get the 15 feet underneath me.
Underneath you, which it will. Okay.
And not hit us.
And not hit us. So yeah, 15 feet, I should be away from Alcides. I should be away from Akira and just hit him.
Very cool.
All right.
It's a Constitution save.
Constitution save, sorry. Okay, it's decent. Could fail. 13. I think that's a fail.
13 is the Constitution save.
So it does meet it. Okay. So it does. So it
Means
takes what, half?
It's going to take half damage, and it is
That's you said thunder damage, right?
thunder. Yeah, so 10 points of damage on top of his head.
Nice. So as you kind of bubbling through the water as the thing, you said 10 on top of it. Boom, it takes that. So far, it's not looking too beat up or bloodied, but it's taking your damage. You guys are.
And then as a bonus action, I'll move my tentacle. And because it's already
Your
restrained.
tentacle was over here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
From last. Okay.
It wasn't wrapped around him when he first showed up. And then
It was wrapped
just
because you
it
had
wasn't-
attacked the other creature, so it would have been just floating around.
No, when the first one, I used up one turn of that because it only lasts 1 minute. So
Okay.
when when he came up on my bonus action, I summoned it.
Oh, you summoned the tentacle. So
It
you
wrapped
summoned it
around
next to
him
you.
and he swam. Right.
Got it.
So
Oh, 'cause
now
I thought you did entangle.
yeah, I did a tangle for a spell. My bonus action was
Got it. Was a tentacle. Okay, so it's over here then. Okay.
So for now, my bonus action is to move the tentacle and wrap him and hit him. Will it get advantage since it's already restrained?
Where do you want the tentacle?
Just right in the middle and just wrapping around him to do cold damage.
All right, give me a strike.
Will it have advantage since it's already restrained?
Yes.
It's not fully restrained.
It's not. Yeah, it's not fully restrained. So. No.
Excellent. It's an 8, so it doesn't.
That is
It
not
just
it.
quits him.
It's kind of
Doesn't do anything.
lashing
He ignores,
against the
he
creatures.
ignores the arm.
The creature is whipping back and forth, being pulled in. I know. So you're floating pretty much above it.
Yeah,
Calix
I'm
is the
15 feet
closest
above
thing.
it.
So it's gonna whip its tail around and go to bite. I know it gets disadvantage because it's technically considered grapple, but it will try to attack Alcides.
So, do I get attack of opportunity since it's going by me?
That's a good question, because if this creature doesn't have a base, right? It's not really leaving. I'm just positioning because it's more
Okay,
realistic.
all right.
If he was holding it by the
It
throat,
wasn't shifting and moving. Okay.
if it could move out and swim back around, yes,
Then
I would
that'd be
do.
attack,
But I
right.
think the fish is literally just bending backwards since it's tied around the head and trying to bite, Alcides. Trying to keep it the most realistic possible. So I don't think so. Uh, 26.
That'll hit.
Oh, so it's a hit. Actually, sorry. I need to do disadvantage because I said that. So give me one other roll. Watch that kill me. Oh, no. So it's 25.
Yep, that'll still
Still
hit.
hit. Okay. And
So does that mean it breaks free of the grapple?
No, it didn't try to get free of the
It
grapple.
didn't try to get free. As long as he doesn't go down, it doesn't break the grapple. It just bites him. He takes 32 piercing damage.
I'm still alive.
So you see him just kind of fighting.
Atreus is gonna point at it and do rebuke the violent. So it has
Who's
to
doing that?
succeed on Atreus.
Okay.
So he's gonna do a DC 12 Wisdom save.
And if it fails, what does it have to do?
It takes 32, or the damage that it does to Alcides, 32 radiant damage.
If it fails, a what check?
A DC 12 Wisdom save,
Oh shit. Okay.
or half as much.
Okay. And I have literally been forgetting my own move, but you start to realize at that moment it does fail, but it gets another roll because at that moment in the water you start to see the scales kind of start to glitter. You see the kind of the Nyx-born stars kind of inside the scales. So it is magic resistance, so it does get advantage.
So it's a Fleecemayne fish?
It's a Nyx-born. It's a Nyx-born fish.
No, it's a Fleecemayne fish.
Yeah, listen.
You can literally throw Nyx-born on anything.
Yeah, you can make
THEROS.
anything Nyx-born. Yeah. So it Nyx-born, it can have different type of Nyx-born abilities. So this particular Nyx-born ability is you clearly know it has magic resistance. It still fails. It failed both of those.
All right, so it takes 32 radiant damage.
So what was the spell? I missed it.
Rebuke the violent.
Damn.
It's a channel divinity.
So he still gets 32, but it also gets 32. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That is a devastating blow. It looks brutalized, but not bloodied. It seems to shock and cause it to, basically the way it's whipping its tail violently, and between Alcides and it are barely holding on, still fighting through the damage it took from the bite. Actually, what I realized, we got to take this back. The bite causes grapple, and you haven't grappled. So I think grapple over grapple beats your grapple.
I mean, I'm still holding the rope, so all I gotta do is get my feet back on the ground.
Yes, but you are now grappled, which means on your turn I'll need a check to try to do that. So yeah, technically Alcides is grappled because it let Calyx go when it bit him. So yes, you are grappled now. You're still holding the rope. You can try to recover it, but so now technically the fish can swim freely. And it has a bonus action. It will move here.
So now I get the attack of opportunity.
Fair enough. Yes, you do.
And Atreus doesn't get the attack opportunity because he did the channel divinity.
Give you the attack of opportunity.
So I'll do one with the tentacle. It doesn't. Of course, it'll miss. And then a javelin attack, which is near me, and I think it'll probably miss. Yeah. So
that second ring you see is it spitting out another mist of black goo. Technically, it's right here, and the creature is literally gonna move. It's gonna move upwards, yeah, and just float around here and it has Alcides. So now these are both darkness in those spaces. It has to recharge that ability, but it did recharge that last turn and is able to use it as a bonus. So it is done, which puts puts it on Atreus.
Atreus is going to, or he's still within 5 feet of it, right?
Where's Atreus? No, Atreus is over there, so he'd have to move 30 feet up to the creature into the dark cloud.
He'll move 30 feet up into the dark cloud.
Yeah, the cloud is it's a 20-foot sphere. So okay. Yeah, so technically I probably wouldn't. If I have a shorter, it's probably more realistic to use a shorter glass because it's probably hovering around there. I'm out of them right now.
So I got a question. It's ink, right? It's like a physical
ink.
substance?
Yes.
So mechanic wise, if I were to swim to the middle and hit a thunder wave, because it is loose material, it would actually flow all the way out.
I'll accept that.
Right? Awesome.
I'll accept that. Yep.
Don't worry, I can do the same thing except for I'm inside its mouth.
Perfect.
That'd be a little bit more helpful. Yeah, Atreus is gonna walk up and attempt to attack with disadvantage.
I would like some healing though.
Oh, does he have any range healing? Not really.
Pretty sure. Oh, cure wounds is touch. God damn it.
Yeah, cured wounds is touch. Yeah, he's gonna run up with a scimitar, and that's gonna be a 16 to hit. Does that hit?
Oh, and the other black cloud does disperse over time, which it's only been one turn, so yeah. So nothing. It's still there right now. Okay. What'd you say?
16 to hit.
That does not hit. Atreus, is that Atreus swimming into the?
Yeah, Atreus swinging in with this scimitar and a swing. That hit. Good. 16 does not hit.
You should have healed me, bruh.
Yeah.
Because if you can swim up to touch and attack it, you could swim up to touch and heal me.
Could. But then Atreus is right in front of the thing, and I don't want to get him killed.
I'm in its mouth.
Yeah, he's in the mouth.
Well, yeah, but then Atreus is almost in his mouth. If he can reach in and touch inside of his mouth, right? No.
So Siren will call out, Alcides, I'm on my way to heal.
Kill.
All right.
All right.
Kira, you're up. Unless, or was there something?
He does have a second attack.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all
Get your
good.
second attack.
It's gonna be 11 to hit, which isn't gonna hit.
Gonna miss.
Yep. All right. Well, Atreus is just swinging away.
Okay. Can Atreus give me an insight check? No advantage, nothing. It's pretty high check. If you get a pretty high roll, I can reveal some information.
Come on. Insight. You actually, +4.
Heck, insight or nature. I don't know which one is better. You can add whichever modifier.
Insight 12.
Okay, nothing right now. For Kira, you're up.
I didn't reach it.
With your swim, did you still have that dash going on? Or?
Yeah. So from the last time you said that the 5 minutes passed, I still had 5 more minutes.
Yeah, then you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
All right, good.
You make it.
So
Yeah.
I want to get.
Because Atreus is really probably towards the front of it, so you'd be like right here.
Yeah.
I just can't fit everybody up there. Atreus is up there attacking it.
How dare you? All right, let's go. I'm gonna go for just the scimitar. I'm just gonna try and wail on it. So let me just look. Does a 9 hit?
Does not.
And the next one doesn't hit. And I'm gonna do action surge.
Okay.
I'm gonna try again. No. That's a 13.
Does not hit.
Wow, no. No, I couldn't hit it.
Rakira, give me a insight or nature check.
Okay. 19.
19 will work. So as you're fighting, even though these blows just blocking out this creature, it's long. It's like somebody said, it's not quite 40 feet, but the thing is almost 30 feet long, right? Probably about 30 feet long with the tip of his tail a little bit over. You realize that on that last creature you were attacking, the belly, and it was kind of weak, and it had like a carapace over its head. This creature's carapace seems to be over its head, its sides, and its stomach, all the way to about 60% of it. Its tail seems to have no armor, no major scales that are hard like the carapace on the front. Just for future reference that you can share with your party.
Yeah, I'm just gonna right after that second swing, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna turn around like, tail, go for the tail.
Doth is up.
Okay, does Alcides still have control of the rope, or is that
He has control of the rope. because he's not down, but he has no way to anchor it because he's in the thing's mouth.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna hold onto the rope. Bonus action, Searing Smite, and then stab my claws into the fish below me. I'm not sure where I am on the fish, but wherever I am would be convenient.
Oh no! What I did is I left you because what would have happened? The way I ruled it is that when he pulled it down, you would have like lifted off the fish, and the fish would have slammed into the ground, and you would have been right. So you see, I noticed you were right where you were originally floating in the sky. So you're still close enough, but not on the fish.
Well, if I still have the rope, I'll follow the rope down to the fish because I still have movement, right?
Okay, so you have. Okay, so I guess I keep getting this wrong. I thought you tied the rope to the fish. You're holding on to one end of the rope.
Yeah,
how could you be holding on to one end of the rope when literally he dragged that fish towards him and slammed into the ground? You see what I'm saying? Like
that's what I thought. I was like hanging on the side of the fish, holding on to the thing because we were trying to restrain it. Was our plan. So
you're trying to get So you're saying that you tied a rope, still had a piece of the rope that you were going to tie to something else.
LCD says one end of the rope. I had the other end of the rope. I swam around the fish to make a loop, and then we were going to pull it tight. LCD's pulled it tight, and I guess I went with it.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. Give me an athletics check, and if athletics. If the creature wins, then you got thrown off when he pulled, and you still have the other end of the rope. No. If the creature wins, otherwise, you're still with it. You're on top of the creature. And a terrible, and that one. So you are still you are, I guess, here then, and you have the other end of the rope. So whatever you want to do with that is up to you.
Okay. Then I'll just use whatever movement is necessary to move a little bit backwards towards its tail.
Okay.
Bonus action, Searing Smite, and then stab it with my claw.
Okay, you got it. I'll just put you down here. I know you're up there.
Okay. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice.
D6 plus 6 for the claw. And 3d6 for the...
Is this magical damage or is it just regular?
Yeah, it's fire.
Okay, fire. It's fire, but fire's not necessarily magic.
So 13 plus 7, 20 points damage.
Okay.
The fire was from a spell, though. So.
Got it. Okay, got it. Yep. So how much damage total?
20.
20. Okay. So as that fire like heats up the water, a bunch of bubbles as he slams this your attack into the tail, you leave a huge gash where every other attack has been slided into a plate, slowly cracking a plate. The creature violently whips back and forth as that blow does a good amount of damage there in the water doth. The creature looks bloody. Is there anything else you do? Otherwise, we move to Calyx. All right.
So when I was throwing the makeshift hammer, did it land inside the...
Yes, it swallowed it.
It swallowed it?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I summon it to do like a little bit of damage as I summon it in my hand?
So you're able to summon your weapons back, right? So
yeah.
Are you trying to do damage from summoning it back?
From inside, yeah.
You're talking a Thor? You're talking like the returning hammer of Thor?
Yeah.
I've always imagined they kind of dissolve and reappear in your hand versus you actually. Yeah. So unfortunately, no. You get the hammer back.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, that was just that was
It would have been cool.
Because when you threw the trident, I don't see the trident coming out of the fish and coming back to your hand. I see it dissolving and reappearing, like reappearing in your hand.
And then that's how I've been describing it.
Yeah, that was the way you described it. So yeah.
He's gonna wake up and just and he's like, I don't want to fight like a fish. And he's gonna point and cast Hex on the fish.
Okay.
And then in the other he's gonna have to recast Hex. And in the other hand, summon his bow. And that's it. So and disadvantage on strength checks.
Disadvantage on strength checks for the fish. Okay, good to know. So as he stands up, just using that Erebos, that necrotic power, starts to weaken the fish. Good stuff there from Calyx. The creature is looking hurt. We're at the top of the round with Alcides.
And I'm in a shit situation because I can either heal myself or break the grapple, but I can't do both.
This is true.
I said I was, but you heard me shout out that I'm on my way.
True. Not. I will try to break the grapple and then.
All right, so
Come
strength
down.
against strength. Let's do it.
I mean, I still got that. That is a D6, not a D20. What the hell? That'll
21.
be 21.
With disadvantage?
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
All good.
13.
Woo.
Honestly, it makes me, when I have to remind you, it makes me feel less better. 'Cause it's like, I'm doing
that saved that. Yeah, that saved it. That saved it.
Yeah, I bust out of its mouth, I guess.
Just say, let's go. Yeah, you begin to kind of float there in the water, like right under it, gaining your bearings. So you're like, you're right under it. You're out, but yeah. So you can still move. Remember, you use your action to get free. So I don't know if you want to move anywhere, but yeah.
I mean, if I move, it gets an attack of opportunity.
No, you can move around the creature though. You can move to its tail or out of its like jaw.
Yeah, I'll kind of swim, just kind of around it.
Swim around it
with the rope, kind of entangle it a bit more.
Yeah, just kind of swimming around it. Okay, I got that. I'll put you there next to Doth on the backside, so you're not
as
right
a bonus
there.
action, cast Shield of Faith on myself, or would I be able to cast Magic Weapon on the rope just to make it stronger?
Oh, it's so dope. D&D Beyond finally updated where I can see. I think you're right. I realize now. I used to couldn't see your hit points. So Alcides, you're at 19 hit points.
Yep.
Perfect. That's awesome. That's an update they needed to make for a long time. I realize I can see you guys hit points now because I don't have to like go to your character sheet and check to like if you were like really bad. So Calyx is at 6. Oh yeah. This is great. Good job. So maybe that's why I was so slow earlier in the night because I swear like that update just hit. Okay. Yes. So yes, you move it to the back. You're trying to grapple it. What were you asking again?
Would I be able to cast Magic Weapon on the rope to just kind of reinforce it?
Is it a bonus action?
Yep.
Okay, then yes, you could.
Cool. So I'll reinforce the rope.
Reinforce the rope. So we're reinforcing the rope. Yeah, it is still tied to the creature's head. It does not break because it hasn't tried to use it to break so it's even stronger. Okay, Osiren, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so I will go chalice form. So
Okay.
my body will light up. So 10 feet around me, there's light. And then 10 feet past that, there's light that just at a lower radius. But immediately from me, 10 feet, there's this nice bright light coming off of me. And I will swim up to Alcides. And in my form, I will cast 1d. Where's the spells? I'll cast Cure Wounds. So that'll do a nice 10 points of damage of healing, plus I will give him another 1 due to the starry form, which unfortunately is as lucky. So he gets a total of 14 points of spell back to him.
Okay.
So 14 healing?
Yep.
Nice.
And that is everything that I can do.
All right. And also remember, if you're still, which I know I'm not going to recognize, but if you were attacking inside this, it's still darkness in that area.
But now I am.
Now you're about to do.
No, my light. I actually have 10 feet of light and then another 10 feet of less light, dim light past that 10 feet.
So this
Okay.
darkness isn't like darkness, it's like pollution in the water, so you can't really shine light through.
You can't shine light through
solid.
it. If you did thunder,
okay.
if you did thunder wave, like where you push the water away,
Yeah.
that
Okay,
would
all right.
clear it. The light is
Clear
not
everybody
really
else
doing
around
it.
me, too.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's not doing it. Yeah. But good, but yeah. So we move to what am I missing? Oh, siren. Oh, the creature. So then it would trying to wriggle its way. I know it's being taught, so just literally just turning, it's gonna attack Rakira, but it's gonna stay where it's at. But it's just pivoting. Everything's still the same. It's still text, but it will attack Rakira.
I'm gonna do the Sonic the Hedgehog roll and have my shield up.
20, a dirty 20, but not a nat 20.
Ooh, it meets it.
Ooh, Rakira,
Nice.
you will get bit with 33 piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my shield.
Okay, then that probably does it, right?
So the shield will give me a +5 to AC.
Then just yeah.
So then I picture that like right when it's about to close on me, I just slap it away with this magical shield.
You got it. All right, so that creature's nothing. Boom! As it bangs away, Kira gets nothing. Just for the sake of the way it's made, I'm going to turn it this way in the water. As it swims by him, not being able to chomp down and get anything. We move to Atreus. The creature is bloody. It looks pretty bad.
All right. Atreus. Anyone need healing? First off. No? Okay. Then he's gonna run over, or is he by the tail?
He's close enough to get to if you're 30 feet, if he's
Yeah.
within 30 feet, so he can get to either the front or the tail. Yeah. So if he can easily get to the tail. So he can rise
Yeah,
it.
so he's gonna get to the tail and still disadvantage, right?
Yeah, pretty much what I'm gonna treat the base of this. I know that you can't. The glass is the base of the creature. Yeah,
That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
that will hit.
All right, that's gonna be 3 damage, and he's gonna second level smite. So that's gonna be 8. Let's see if I can grab my. No, I'm just gonna roll it on D&D. So that's gonna be 19 plus 3, so 22 points of radiant damage, or 3 points of non-magic damage, and 19 points of radiant damage.
Wait, so radiant? How much the radiant damage?
19 points.
Okay, and then how much? That was
3.
3. Okay.
And then he's gonna go in for a second attack.
All right, second attack. Yep.
2, 7, 11.
11 does not do it.
Yep.
I will say it. The creature is holding on.
Yeah. Atreus is just wailing on this, and you just feel the magical smite just hit everywhere, and like almost everywhere in the water just kind of quakes. This is kind of his home turf.
As we move to Rakira.
Are you gonna ask me a question?
No, right? I'm like, oh, okay. Yep, here it is.
Gee, what do you guys think I'm going to do?
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with my scimitar.
I wonder what the fighter does.
I'm moving. I'm upgrading to Warlock on my next adventure.
Yes. Okay.
I got a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits, especially if you're attacking towards the tail.
Yep. There it is. Yeah. This D6 rocks, man. I got a 11 to hit. 11 damage. And I'm gonna go second attack. That's 18 to hit.
It hits.
9 damage.
Hey,
I'm done.
I from everyone other than Rakira, if you have any god that you respect or honor, Give me a religion check.
Nine from Osiren.
Okay. You're unmuted, Calix.
Yep. Atreus got an 8 and Calix got, or no, Atreus got a 7 and Calix got an 8.
Okay. Alcides? Anything? Maybe stepped away. Doth?
19.
19. If Alcides comes back, I'll find out what his is. But Doth, right.
I got a dirty 20. Sorry, I was muted.
Okay. So, Rye, I want you to take almost like take DM point on here. I want you to like decide how you, because, and this makes sense because both Alcides and Doth both had the other ends of the rope. So I want you to describe killing it, but I'd like you guys to incorporate it all into like what it looks like. What is everyone doing? So maybe Alcides and Doth describe their point, and then Rye, you finish it off.
Start swimming in opposite directions. Just pull the rope really, really, really tight right behind its fins, so it has a hard time moving and starts to like choke it.
Nice. And it can't yet. Alcides, what do you add to it?
Pretty much just magically channeling magic into the rope, so it's starting to glow and has like a small red flame flickering on it, just for effect.
Awesome. And then Rye, how do you finish the giant beast?
So I'm still right up basically on top of it.
Oh yeah, you're rising like a dolphin.
Okay,
You can feel them kind of like holding it.
So onto the rope or onto the creature?
Well, they have the ropes that are kind of weighing it.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump onto the creature and so I'm gonna put my sword and my shield away, grapple onto the creature with my claws, take out my sword, and just let go and slide back and just slice it all the way down its whole body.
Shit.
It has like the back, like you fillet the back open, like the fin opens up. You see it like it kind of drop. It would continue to go. It starts to pull Doth, and Alcides, they start to slide against as they drop their weight down to the ocean floor. The creature slowly starts to angle down like a ship that's crashing. Just kind of both a mixture of sediment, blood, and all that smoke coming up, like all that inky mass. And
Alcides, glad you could join us.
And
I came down to tell you there was a tsunami or a large tidal wave heading towards, and it might get a little shaky down here.
And as the smoke clears, floating down right in front of you, Rakira, is a hammer, finely crafted, that you're able to like snatch out of the water and bring down. Alcides, Doth, and Rye, everyone gets an inspiration point. If you already don't have one, Rye, clearly you already have. You could probably put back your 5. And Alcides, actually, no. If you were not a part of that, you got an inspiration point. Alcides, Doth, and Rye, you guys get a piety point of your choice. Rye, you don't have piety, so you get an inspiration point. Sorry. I know I get confusing myself as I'm trying to think it through.
Do I roll over 6? I'm already maxed out.
You're already maxed out? You're at 5. Okay.
Use some in this game, man. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't deal with the gods, man. So they're always there. But yeah, so you're maxed out. Well, because then you use an inspiration this game. You would have been at 4. You used one earlier on. So you're maxed. You're now maxed back. You had used
right. Okay, cool.
You were at 4. You were at 4.
Then I didn't lose.
That's the thing I don't like about spirit points. People, you forget that you used them. You gotta like mark them on your sheet.
I know. I do. I gotta put it.
So real quick,
just put it in your other possessions. That's what I'm doing with my piety.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just there's a little area under other possessions, like under your inventory, and that's where I'm just tracking my piety there.
Oh, good idea. Okay.
That's a good idea. That's actually, I like that.
It's an extra place to put notes. I'm also keeping track of all the different things we've slayed, which so far is a Gorgon, a Hydra, and 2 giant scorpions.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I have to shout out to Nylea, goddess of the hunt, for this one.
So real fast, for what I would like to do is, as the hammer floats out, I'd like to swim to the top in front of the thing cutting the rope since it's dead, and then lay on it, spare the dying. Because this is one of the most ancient creatures of Thassa, but it had the hammer, and the hammer is now out. So if I spare the dying, it will save, so it will just get it knit so that it's not dying, and then try to send it on its way.
Right after you spare the dying, here's what you gotta, that damage that Rakir did is so nasty. It's not like it's just gonna rest and get back up. It also needs at least a cure wounds. It needs a if you've got it, then
if you can convince Atreus, if you can say that Atreus does it, Atreus is gonna do it. But
makes sense on a hero character all the way, but the way we described that, him slicing that whole like spine open, it's like it's sitting there like bleeding out.
I do have a spell slot.
Okay.
I will cast it, so it does 10 points. And because I'm in still the chalice form, I will, hopefully this doesn't go wrong with putting it back up. It'll do, so I give it 16 hit points. So it will flush or seal up the wounds, and I'll try to speak primordial and say, please go with Thassa's blessing, and try to push it off.
And the creature, like, it looks dead, like it's about to float on its side. It shakes as the fin begins to heal on the back, and it doesn't even feel healed perfectly, but it heals just enough to where it's not bleeding out. And you can still see the scar, the ragged scar from Rakira's sword down its spine. It wakes up coughing out a bunch of bubbles, and it does it. You see the eye kind of looking towards you as it starts to float and push off, and just move away, like it wants no more of that. Congrats! I will for that move. Osiris, you will be granted another point of piety from
Thassa.
From Thassa.
Alex, as this is walking away, he's like, he's gonna try and take a few shots with his bow, and then realize his bow doesn't work underwater.
You guys did a lot of good stuff earlier before the fight, because you guys were supposed to be fighting this thing with like a minute to spare or 2 minutes to spare. Good job, because you were supposed to start drowning. So you guys found it.
Alcides would have been fine.
Yeah, Alcides would have been more than fine. Everybody else would have been starting to take drowning. But good
speaking
stuff.
of drowning, however, we should probably head back to land.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'm a
So you guys break
I've got.
What?
Oh, whoever's wounded the worst gets 7 points back.
Does it help undead?
Healing word. I don't know.
No.
Alcides will take it because that'll bring me just below.
Callus, we gotta find a way to heal you. You are.
We
You are gonna end up dead.
Get like a med kit or something, man.
Healing word unfortunately says specifically this spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
No, most healing spells say that.
Yep.
Yeah, don't worry.
It makes complete sense. It's fair. He is undead.
I mean, if I do my inspiring smite, you can get 2d8 plus 5 temporary hit points. So even though it's not actual healing, you can still keep you in the fight.
That's not gonna bring me back up. And most of the time, I'm gonna be fighting in the back. So all you really need to do is just bring me back up.
I'll learn Ben Pure Touch next level.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Wait, would hold on.
This is probably occurring like outside the water, and they're just like,
as you guys all break the surface, looking around, the sky's kind of dark. It's like pouring rain on the surface, and you find yourself kind of like fighting through the currents to get back to the rock to pull yourselves up. So Alcides was not lying that the storm is crying. Like if you know anything about Karanos, he is maybe Karanos is bringing the storm. Karanos is also very close to Thassa, one hand in hand. They work. But yeah, the weather is crazy right now. like thunder's crashing in the background as you guys making your way up the mountain, pouring rain. But go ahead and continue. Nothing that's affecting you from not unlike a narrative perspective.
No, so there's nothing with I think we were given like tokens or totems or something of Coronas in the last one.
You were given those, the man on the ship gave you, if you took them, the little piece of the plate of Coronas. Yes, that is true.
And then I guess, can we do an Arcana on the hammer, or trying to figure out what that is?
So who would like to?
Well, obviously it's detect magic, so I mean that's going.
Yeah, or to your detect magic. It is a magical hammer. And blessed by the deep, blessed by Thassa. That's what I'll reveal without any further inspection.
I'll Arcana check for 24.
Okay. If it was used in battle, it would be a +1 magical weapon. But for all means, like what you, Doth, would know, is it's a forge weapon. It's something that he's probably used all his life to create. It has a similar look, but it has the look of what you would expect maybe Perforos's hammer to look like, but then it has the decorative flair, maybe aquatic symbols motifs, aquatic motifs. That's a perfect way to describe it.
Okay.
So it's like Osiren. It's made by Perforos, but with some water elements.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it absolutely doesn't feel like cursed or evil in any way.
No, you're not getting any feelings of evil or awfulness to it. This is a moment where you're kind of feeling you're holding something that, I mean, you all have magical items, but this is something that is special.
An artifact.
An artifact.
Yes, we need to get this back to the Master Forger as quick as possible.
And then we need to eat and sleep.
Again.
That's kind of what we do.
Yeah. Hopefully the Master Forger didn't get into my rations while I was gone because I left my bag back there.
Well, how long will it take us to get back to that Master Forge?
Oh, like 15, like climbing the rocks. You guys get back there.
Let's go back to him right now, and then let's get like a long rest after that, and we'll, I don't know, let's go shopping or something, get some money.
And so, as you arrive there, Delicos is looking to the wind, and he goes. He kind of sees you off in the distance, and almost like I hate to use a movie reference, but if you guys have seen like what is that, the Suicide Squad, the part 2 where they come walking through the white rain. It's literally just white, and so then suddenly these like black silhouettes emerge in the distance one by one, as you guys all kind of have your hero pose, right? As you're like kind of walking through that pouring rain. Delico sees you with his little staff in hand, and then when he sees the hammer, he can make it out if it's maybe in Rakira's hand, and he goes like rushing out towards you in the pouring rain. Oh, thank you. You did it. Thassa has been quite angry lately. Maybe we can make things right. Maybe we can soothe her wrath.
Well, then it's all in your hands now. Hand of the hammer.
Yeah.
How long is it gonna take, do you think?
I worked very fast. Give me some time. You'd give me some time. You'd be very surprised at how quickly I can get this done. It's just like gills kind of puff out. He takes it. He says, come, get out of the rain. He makes you a little space that's just right outside of the cave. You can hear the rain outside, the thunder kind of in the background. And in the distance around the corner, he doesn't want you to watch it. You can just kind of hear, and you can see the flicker of the light. unless somebody asked to, maybe somebody like Doth, I don't know, but you can hear him just kind of work, ding, ding, and heating and working
I
away.
would like to study intently. Yes.
Yeah.
Learn what I can.
It won't be very difficult, but I do want a persuasion check from Doth because he's not used to having any kind of apprentice or anyone watching him. Persuasion check.
And I will sentry outside to make sure no one interferes.
I'm out there, or I'm not outside, but I'm just kind of wringing out my cape of all the water.
Yeah.
Ray will be hanging out with Calix and just making sure he's all right.
Okay, persuasion 15 from Osiris. What'd you get, Don?
Yeah, I talked to
7
boss and said,
Okay.
Garth, my companion.
You literally got it. It was a 5. That's why I said it's really low. It's a DC 5. He goes, there's a first time for everything, and you got it. You deserve at least that. And what you see is the common practices of, mending any type of broken weapon is, damn near impossible. There's always going to be a chink in it. But what you realize as he works is, in addition to that process that looks more natural and normal, he's casting, or you can't tell if it's him sometime or the way the hammer works as it weaves a type of really high level mend spell that is like fusing that crack and what would normally just be like super glue is literally making that bite whole.
That's called eutectic joining.
Well, there you go.
So it's molecular. It's molecular.
Assemble, reassemble.
Yeah,
I love the level of knowledge in this group. You guys are like MacGyver. I'm always like, you guys always use like scientific terms. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know.
Hey, we know what each other are talking about. Yeah, makes sense.
That's great. That's awesome. So yes, that is exactly what is happening here. And the night goes on, sun goes down. He works all throughout the night. I'll give you guys a moment here to share any kind of like last remarks about where you're at, what you're going to do next, hoping that he's going to be done in the morning. Doth, it could be to, since you're overwatching him work, it could be to him. But if there's anything that you want to role play here, as we are clearly bringing our game to some close, I'd like to know if there's anything that you want to like add to the game, to what's happening. But you guys are all safe. You're all sound. You're all long resting, I take it.
How do we find Thassa to give her this thing?
It's a good question.
Well, I think that when we have this, when Delclaus is done, that we should continue on, because I think we're going to go out to an island or somewhere. And when we go out there, we will begin a ritual with me and Atreus, and because he's the paladin, we will see what we need to do to besiege her, and then hopefully she rises and attends us, and we can, give it to her, gift her, or see what she does.
But do you remember when we first encountered this mission? I believe we were on a beach somewhere.
I was in Acros.
Yeah, we were
under the water, under the cliff waterfalls of Acros.
Yeah, Alcides on Alcides campgrounds.
Yeah. So does anybody have the Dryad's number or Nymph's number? Or, which one is the water? It's Dryad. No, Dryad's.
Water nymphs.
Yeah.
They just told us to go find it. They never said where to return it to, but I'm pretty sure we can just go to any, or like pretty much where we're at the ocean, we could return it, because that is her domain. If she senses it there, she will appear, as long as it's near a large enough body of water.
What's
Hold
the
on to it for a
ritual?
little bit. Wait till Thassa finds us. We'll give it to her gladly if she comes to get us, but
Simon, what was the ritual you needed to perform?
For me, Perfius told me I was to go to the 7 seas, or the 7 sirens, or 6 siren seas, or whatever that big body of water is called, and go there and present myself. And then according to what those water nymphs said, I was to deliver, again, find the bident and deliver it to her.
Never mind. We're all good. You know where to go?
I figure once we go into the ocean or to the seas, Atreus will help provide guidance, or we'll just jump in and swim and call out and see what we can find.
And so I imagine you guys talk about this all night, trying to figure out what to do next. And strangely, in the morning, there still seems to be rumbling thunder and clouds, storm clouds all in the distance, but the rain has stopped. And just, it seems to be in this little stormy, weird fish village, there's a ray of light that just kind of seems to hover right over the opening of the cave. And as you all wake up, whoever was taking last watch kind of peeks out. It's like, wow, it's kind of, it feels like a weird omen of a good omen, right? Like there's just a ray of light shining on this cave. And out of the darkness, walking side by side with Doth is Delicos as he brings this magnificent fucking weapon, this bident. When Osiris sees it, when Atreus sees it, he almost like sheds a tear. And you could tell that Delicos has a look on his face like this is his proudest moment. And he literally holds it out, but he walks out into the sun, right outside the cave, right past the shadow. But he offers it to who will take it. It no longer fits in the box anymore now, right? Because remember, it only fits
right.
broke it, so it's just like there.
So Siren will take it, and he will attach it to his back. Just slide it shink into the metal into the back, and just it'll be right there as part of him, and he'll take it and get ready to go to Thassa.
Nice.
Oh, you're muted.
The box was preventing divination by Thassa on the bident, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
Didn't we put something else
Chancellor-
in the box that we didn't want found? The mask.
There was the mask, yeah, so that's still in the box.
We suggested we put the mask in there. Whether or not Calyx actually put the mask in there remains
I put a mask in there.
Like, a mask, not the mask.
I may have put the mask. You don't know.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying. If we really want to be sure, we should check it for illusions and make
Suddenly,
sure
like you feel the water starts to crash against that cliff you guys are on, and this whirlwind of water begins to kind of whip up in the middle of the sea, and it seems like it is like coming towards you. It is undeniable as you see it, and as it starts to whip its way, kind of shed itself, inside it is the female form of a woman who is Triton and fish and creature, and she stands there like large, almost on the horizon, and then suddenly they're right there in front of you, kind of looking down. What do you do, Siren?
Siren will drop to his knee and say, Almighty Thassa, my name is Osiren. I am the gift of Thassa from Perforos, and here is your bident that was fixed by this master forger, and I point back towards him, and please accept this and myself as tribute.
You bring these to me. I thank you. And she brings her hand down, this large hand, almost for Osiren to step onto. You give me my weapon? And so, I don't know if you step onto it or if you just put the weapon.
No, I'll step onto it. Say, here is the bident, and I humbly submit myself to you.
You are magnificent. Yes. Oh, but what will I do with you? tinker for a while. Maybe toys like this will be served better. Maybe you serve my purpose better here on the land. I will leave the choice up to you. Do you want to go with me? Or do you stay with them?
I exist to serve, so if you wish, I will extend your message to the land and be your avatar, your agent, your contact, your however you want to call it.
Emissary.
Emissary, there it is. That's the word. I would be happy to be your emissary for the land or for the sea, wherever you want.
She looks over at Atreus. You have done my bidding as well. Thank you. Why don't you both stay together for now? I have plenty of time to put you on my coral reef shelf, somewhere in the Nyx. And she picks the siren up, still holding her bident. And she's like cupped it in her hand. It's like not even become like a full, she's like put you back down. She goes, the rest of them will need you. Tritons are good in a bunch like this. And then she begins to kind of turn and go back to the she, and she goes, now that I know where it is, now that I know where it is, I feel more comfortable allowing you to borrow this. And she just flings it, and the bident slams it to the ground in front of Osiren. You may keep it for now. I will take it when I need it. And she just bursts into like water, and it just rains down on all of you. Kind of, the clouds begin to part. You see dolphins in the distance, kind of like leaping in water. Thassa is gone. And you now have the bident of Thassa, Osiren.
Right on.
Equipped.
Right on.
in your
Equipment list.
in your equipment list.
That's awesome.
If you have the Theros book, you can actually find it.
Yeah, I'll pull up
really?
the rules. Yeah, I'll pull up the rules for you right
No,
now.
it's insane.
It's insane.
Okay.
It's
And
insane.
so, in that moment, as we kind of push in on you, grabbing it, pulling it out, and the rest of you, standing there, we kind of push in on this party and kind of where they're going next.
I wish Atreus had been here.
It was meant for and crash to black and end today's episode. Good game, guys.
Just
That was fun.
or before we went to bed, could just Calix kind of like he's looking outside the cave, like looking to pray,
Yes, you can.
and then
I'll keep
just-
that off.
and then he's not gonna pray. He's just gonna go back inside and talk to Rai and work on. He's gonna teach him how to fly, kind of.
Okay.
Throughout the time, just like show him how it feels to fly.
Fair enough. So I will put this in our campaign on D&D Beyond so that you have it in you guys' notes. But I can also put it in the chat if you want it now. So the bident, it is called Dekela, the bident of Thassa. It does require some attunement, so you will spend some time with it.
Heals 1d6 piercing and then 2d8 frost.
Yeah.
Oh wow, awesome.
And then and once you get to 10 piety, you can breathe on which you already can. Swimming speed turns into 60. Once you get 25 piety, the bident has one random determined minor beneficial property. When you get to 50 piety, the bident has one randomly determined major benefit, and then magical property, and then what else is there? You can command the bident holds the power to command waves and its creatures. As an action, you can change the condition of the sea within 1 mile of you, creating strong winds, heavy rain, and to cause violent waves. Yeah.
You can also cast a true polymorph and turn something into something with a swimming speed.
and dominate monster.
It's pretty nasty. It's super broken.
There's a lot
but
of stuff about it.
You guys have been working towards it. You earned it. You have it now.
Very cool.
Yeah. So cool stuff. And it can be attuned to either of the Tritons, but you were here for it. So Siren, you have it.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man. That was a good game. I'm gonna stop recording.